Thank you, Louise and Stace. You know, my friends have had a little bit of grief and... Oh, Bizzle, thank you, darling. Oh, thank you for my little Leon. Oh, thank you. What have I done to deserve all this love? Guys, can we MVP, please? Izzle Bizzle. Can we MVP Izzle Bizzle in the chat, please? Thank you very much. If you've got your misread emojis with the little Susie one made by Joey Ticky, please spam MVP. Thank you. And everybody else, thank you so much for all the love. Right, guys, so we'll get to 200k likes today, because you know I beg for a like and a heart me and a wristband. Thank you, Barbara. And then we'll get on with the show. Do you know what? I really need to wear my glasses, but you can see the reflection, do you know, from the ring light in the glasses, and it drives me mad. I can't cope. So that's why my eyes are running. Yeah, that and sinuses. Thank you, Laura. And whoever sent that jigsaw puzzle, who was that? Oh, thank you, Heidi. Truly Scrumptious and Chloe. Buy contact lenses. I can't, darling, because I'm heavy-handed. It's the ADHD. I'm heavy-handed. I weren't allowed when we was little to like pick up the hamster or anything because I used to squash it accidentally. Oh, here's my pearly pops. Thank you, Titch. I used to squash the hamster. So my mum... Oh, thank you, Jay, Peggy and Heidi. My mum banned me from petting the hamster because I used to squash it. It used to be like that. Heavy-handed, so I can't use them because I take an eyeball out. Are we, anybody else heavy-handed in here? That is me. Yes, I've got the decorum of a... What have I got? A dumper truck. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I wasn't allowed to, his name was Hammy. Hammy the hamster. His name was. I know, poor hamster. Thank you, Jackie, my darling. Happy Friday, everybody. And Siobhan, oh, Jem, thank you for my Galaxy, darling. Oh, they're all coming through now. Thank you, everybody. Who sent that treasure chest? Was it me? Jay! Guys, Jay sent a treasure chest. She's spoiling me this morning. Can everybody give Jay a follow, please? For the Justice for the Hammer. Yeah. He lived until about 2, Hammy did. He was a very old hamster. His hair went grey. He was a ginger one. And his hair went grey. Thank you, Izzle Bizzle. Thank you, Anne. I used to take out the cage when my mum went to bingo, though. He'd spend an hour like that. Just squashed. Right. Ah, thank you, Nana Joe and Lucy. Thank you, Louise. Right, where are we now? Right, we've got 50k likes to go. Our treasure box to say thank you to you all. No, thank you, Jay. Thank you. We love you. We should be sending you universes and lions, should that be, for you have to put up with. Right. Thank you, Jem and Dead Wigs. Thank you. So we are... Oh, loves. We're popular number 5 already. We're only 9 minutes in. So, guys, I don't compete for leaderboard. However, I do compete for the popular every single day of the week because purely my haters hate seeing me up there. Popular number 4, wow, thank you, Angie and Sarah. Big love, Sammy, for the subscription. So if we could get me on the podium, that would be amazing. Preferably overtake Zach the Brat because he'll come back on later and just smash it. Do you know what I mean? But it's just nice taking a screenshot of me at number 1. Yes, I'll take the screenshots. Right, we're nearly there. Let's get on with the FYP news, guys. You've already done so much for me this morning. Thank you, Cat Lady, Jenny, SOS Paranormal, and everybody else that's sending the wristbands. Oh, Joey. Luke, if you're watching, Joey has got full mod powers where he can kick you out the box just for a couple of days, just to get you back for kicking him out of my live, blocking him out of my live. Yes, Luke. So Joey means war because I'm good like that. I'm good like that. Do you know what I mean? Someone's got a grudge to hold. I'm helping you hold that grudge. Yes. Oh, love, I can't cope. Thank you, Isabella, and everybody else that's gifting. Right, guys. Let's get on with the FYP news. Alexa, play the BBC News theme. Thank you, everybody.
BBC News theme by TV Theme Tune Factory on Amazon Music.
Good morning and welcome to the Miss Red Show on this Friday morning. It's absolutely raining cats and dogs, but we're all for it. So guys, today I will have a little bit of a rant again because this bitch likes ranting, do you know what I mean? Just at the moment anyway. But after the rants and after the videos that are shown with my opinions, we're going to open the boxes so you can come in and have your opinions, because it's your opinions that matter the most. Yes? Let me tell you why. Because if you post a video of a creator over the TikTok plays, even write in a comment what you want to say. Alexa, off, you bitch. Even right, thank you. It was a bit late though. Alexa, off. Because you know what happens, right, guys? When you write a comment, you get blocked or you get a violation. But in here, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Nobody can do anything. That's why you love it, yeah? Right, so let's get on with the FYP news. Oh, these eyes are going to drive me mad today. Big love, everybody. 1 minute, guys. I've got something in my eyeball. Yes, Amy Lou knows all about it. Miss Red, queen of the FYP of the mornings. If I met you, I'd be starstruck. Oh, Marco, honestly. Thank you, Cockapoo, my darling. Thank you, Sarah. Marco, if you met me, you would probably avoid me next time because I'm a nose. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, darling. Right, I am a nose, guys. You like me for about 10 minutes, not me and Jasper, and then you're like, oh God, she's a fucking nose. Right, which way is the iPad working today? Are we about it? Just let me wipe the screen, everybody, because our Till's been playing the games. Yes. Oh my God, I nearly had a heart attack yesterday because she nearly bought a few games. Yeah, she nearly bought a few games on the iPad. So I've had to, you know, put a parental thing on the game things. Imagine, my Josh did that once with the Xbox coins. I put my bank details in there to get him some. It was a subscription, a monthly thing, and 210 quid he spent on Xbox coins or something. Yes, it come out of his bloody birthday money. So they ain't having this, mates, you know. Oh, can anyone relate? It was only about 8, guys. Yeah, it was about 8. It was for FIFA. Thank you, everybody. Right, FYP news, let's get on it because we're all about it today. Let me click into my little pad. Oh, we got Davy Baby in. Oh, Davy Baby. I love my Davy Baby. Right. Oh. Right, guys, look, I know I want to just keep it real with you now because you two boys done you over. Thank you, Louise. Right, I want to keep it real with you now, guys, because you know I always keep it as real as I can, right? So, me and Ems have made friends because big love my Kaz, because I didn't want to keep this hostility. Oh, Lucy! Oh, thank you, my Lucy, guys. Can we MVP Lucy, please? Thank you. And everybody else that's gifting, thank you. Yeah, so basically, right, I've had enough of this beef with me and Ems, and I just wanted to be the bigger person and, you know, reach out to her and just say, look, you know, we've had a few issues, but we can move past these issues because I'm like that. Right, so yes, Ems is in the circle now, so we can't talk about Ems anymore. So yes, me and Ems have made friends. So just to prove that me and Ems have made friends and we're okay, I will show you because you know I come with receipts. Guys, please don't turn out on me, please, because you know I'm just being a bigger person and it's all about love, peace and happiness. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, where has it gone? Oh, 1 minute. No, I'm not lying. I don't lie. I tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Is that not Luke?
No, this is Judge Rules. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm going to have to drop you, though. Hello, Luke.
I'm not Luke. I'm Judge Rules, you see.
I thought you were Luke.
No, I'm not Luke. My name is Judge Rules.
What's that all about, though? You just coming in here starting on me.
No, I'm not not say, I wanted to say I love your outfit and I love how you look. You look amazing.
This is just me.
Can I just say to the judge, you're misgendering her because it's a her.
It's a her. Oh,
Yes.
you're her. Hello, lady. How are you?
Exactly, I'm a her, so
You're so beautiful. Do you know that?
George, you can say that, but you've already insulted me now, haven't you?
I do apologise. I'll take it back like I take out a butt plug.
It's not funny though, is it? Really?
No, it's not. It's not funny at all, and I'm not laughing.
Right, I think that's your time's up. Your time's up.
Oh no, I've got a lot to say.
He had a bit too much to say, guys.
And we're not about this kind of behaviour now, are we?
No, it's wrong. What is it with these men thinking they can get in our gaff? Talking to us like that and treating us like that is dirty.
You know what, Ems? I know me and you don't see eye to eye very often, but I actually agree with you there, darling. You did the right thing. We'll have none of that business.
Exactly, Miss Rad. And even though we don't see eye to eye, we manage to sort things out from time to time.
We do, don't we, darling? So are we going to make a pact now that me and you are okay and there'll be no more slagging me off tonight when I'm in bed?
I won't slag you off while you're in bed.
Promise.
I promise, Miss Rad, I won't do that to you.
There you go, guys. It is official. Me and Ems are actually besties. I've seen some. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've seen some of the comments. I'm so sorry, everybody. I've seen some of the comments. You were like, oh, thank God. Oh, no, does that mean we can't talk about her anymore? And then I've seen a comment. Someone said my blood pressure went from 0 to 100. I'm really, really sorry. Brooke said it's out of order. Oh well, never mind, it was funny. Thank you, Mike, as my darling, and Marie. Yeah, that's Deadwicks, love him. We're always in there having a little wind up, you know what I mean? God, but you never know, me and Ems could make friends one day. I mean, who would have thought me and Evil Queen would have been best friends, you know what I mean? I love you too, Kaz, thank you. Thank you, Steph and Cockapoo. Cockapoo's like, you had me for a minute. Do you know what? If people apologise to me, I'm all for making up. Thank you, Mama Kaz. Thank you, darling. But I'm still going to talk about him on the FYP. Did you believe me, guys? Now, do you know what? My friends can be friends with whoever they want. I don't care. It's how they are with me that matters. I nearly got boycotted. I nearly got cancelled. Oh, thank you, Zach. Mwah. Thank you, Cockapoo and Clover. Right, where are we going next? Oh, that was so funny. Guys, please give Big Wigs a follow because he's absolutely hilarious. I love him. These are just the rooms I find myself in, you know, having a little bit of fun because I love the banter and I love the laughs. Thank you, Angie, darling. Thank you so much. Right, where are we going next? Zach, it's your video. Jay, don't even try it with me. Oh, Evil Queen. Oh, thank you, Evil Queen. Mwah. Thank you, my darling. Oh, all the love today, guys. I was going to show this yesterday. It's Zach the Brat, and it's everybody in the UK at 10 AM. Not everybody, just 5,000 people. But this video was absolutely hilarious, so I'm going to show it.
Right, so I just want to clarify, guys, that nobody in the comments mentioned anything about that situation. That lady actually brought it up.
Tell me your story. I'm getting absolutely mad. Yeah, that's all right, Carl, Jane.
We have 5.4k people in the room. I just want to do a quick poll. Did anybody see anything like that in the comments? Face you didn't see it. Sad face you did see it.
Right up, Miss Belgium.
No, tell me your story. I'm getting absolutely mad. Yeah, that's all right.
She's innocent.
People bring up things in boxes, right? And then moan when people have an opinion. Unfortunately, you bought that. Oh, I need a cigarette.
Oh, that was hilarious. So it says POV, it's 10 AM in the UK. Do you know what, right, guys? I know we've had some rocky moments in here, right, but I wouldn't change anything for the world. And I love absolutely every single person that comes in the box and contributes to this live in some way. You guys have made it what it is, you know. And people say, why do you always let like the same people in the box, you know, your friends? Because they are part, we love you too, Evil Queen. They are part of the show as well, you know. My Jay's part of the show, Cockapoo's part of the show, you know, Evil Queen's part of the show, you know, when any other creator comes in, they're also part of the show, you know. It's what makes this room great. Pearl is part of the show. Like, Pearl comes in and she, you know, it's, I just love everybody. Thank you so much for making this what it is. Pearl is the star of the show. You know, I love it. It's great. But, you know, we still fairly open the boxes for everybody else to come in. But I'm not changing a thing. Yeah, when people when anybody joins the box, it's how I like it. Right, so someone said to me yesterday, oh, it's always the same people. Well, it's my live, and I think the boxes are balanced and amazing, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. Right, where are we going next? Oh, so, thank you for the love, everybody. That TikToker likes. Look what they've done to me, guys. Justice for me.
I'm not on drugs. I'm on pills, for God's sake. I'm not on drugs. I'm on pills, for God's sake. I'm not on drugs.
Right, so who is this character, guys? Because I don't know who they... I look like Annie. I look like that, tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Who is it? Fizz. Not Fizz. Fizz from Coronation Street. Right, Tokalikes. That is the last picture that I'm ever showing on my live. Don't be calling me Fizz. Tokalikes if you're watching, you bitch. I will show you videos because they're hilarious. I don't look nothing like this. No. Right, where are we going next? Right, so we're going to get into the serious. We're going to get into the serious stuff. I was going to show this video, but because of the content, it was Pearl and a friend, Zach. Because of the content, I'm not going to show it because it's got some naughty words in, and I've heard wind that somebody is ordering mass reports on me. So we'll leave this one alone for now, just for today. Thank you, everybody, for the love. Mwah. However, I'm going to play this video of Talia Dean because I agree with Talia on this. So let's play the video and you tell me. Mwah. Thank you, Evil Queen. You tell me what you think.
You messaged me asking you, I can't believe it. He said it was a game all along. I'm so upset. Permission to play this?
Play it. It's literally what I said. I mean, I can also show the fact that you said you were going to call, what was it you were going to call on Claire's Law?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
you think I'm going to not fucking get a Claire's Law report? Are you mad? I'm not a girl's girl. You are not a girl's girl. That is a very, very low statement you just made. That Claire's Law is private for women to feel safe around.
And I'm not saying, but you're,
oh my God,
you're being, oh my God, but Claire's Law is for people who need it, Talia.
You messaged me last
Right, so that's Talia Dean, and obviously she was contemplating dating somebody, and rightly so. If you have children, right, and you're getting in a new relationship, I love the fact that you have somewhere to go. Us women have somewhere to go to check, to make sure that the person that you're going to get in a relationship with has no history, right? We need to, oh my God, okay, I'll do that one. I agree with this. I think it's amazing. And men also, all right? And it's for men as well. Okay, sorry, I'll correct that. I love it. I think it's great. And fair play to you, Talia. Fair play to you. It saves lives, you know? Harley. It saved, exactly that, it saves lives. I don't understand how anybody can have a problem with somebody checking to make sure that the person you are having in your life, potentially going to marry, have around your children, has no history of DV. So, can I have a poll, please, if you don't mind? Big Love Irish. Do you think that Talia was 100% right, is 100% right. It's so important, especially if you've got children. Abso-fucking-lutely. Happy face, of course, Talia Dean was right. Sad face, it's a bit silly. Yes, everyone has the right to use it. My daughter used it when she got with one of her ex-partners. Too fucking right, she did. She went straight to the police station. Obviously, when you go to the police station, you have to sign something, confidentiality, to say that you're not going to talk about what has been told you. So she didn't even tell me. She kept to that agreement. And she did that because she's got my granddaughter. There you go. Who was in the box calling her out for it? Thank you, Jamie, darling, for the hand heart. Who was it? I kid you not, 100%. Harley. Oh, Harley, come on now. Like, how can you counteract that? Like, no hate to Harley, no hate to that, but you can't counteract that, what Talia's just said. And anybody that gets in a relationship, especially those that have got children, whether you're a single dad, single mother, whatever, go and get it checked out. Go and get the person that you're going to be in a relationship with checked out. Yeah, we won't put our children at risk or even ourselves. You know what I mean? Safety first, always. It's what it's there for. Saves lives. Right, where are we going next? Oh, I've got a bit to talk about today, actually. What I want to do is speak about this. It's very serious, right? So, I don't know, popular number one. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you, everybody. So, yesterday, a video was put out by Swearing Shepherdess, okay? And the video was targeted at none other than Luke the Judge, our Luke, right? So, in this video, Swearing Shepherdess was insinuating that Luke was being racist, okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video. I'll play the video first and then we'll get into this, and this is what I'm going to pop off about today. So buckle up, buttercups.
I hate that when she changes her voice. I fucking hate that. It does my head in. It does my head in when she changes her voice. I can't stand that when they do that. 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 I can't stand that when they do that.
Right, so you heard it all right? You heard. You heard everything there, right? So Luke was talking about when, you know, she puts on the accent, whatever. Right, that's what he was talking about, okay? And just like when CLA shouts roots, I say I'm not about it, Eva Queen, liar! You know, this is what he was referring to, okay? So, this is on Swearing Shepherdess's page. It's got 227 likes, 110 comments, and it's been seen by nearly 8,000 people, okay? So, they. All right? I went to the shop. I got a pint of milk. They slammed it down on the counter. They were so rude. I went to the fair ride. It was £3 to get in the fair ride, but they charged me £3. They is the term used for a singular person, right? They. I was in a queue and the person pushed in front of me. They were so rude, right? Now what this woman has done has insinuated that by they, Luke was insinuated, sorry, she's insinuating that Luke is on about the black community by using the word they. How many of us, guys, I'm fucking livid, how many of us say they when you're referring to one person? Amazon man's just been, they left the parcel on the front porch, right? Miss T, thank you, my darling. Miss T, thank you so much, Miss T. Thank you so much. Let me tell you what effect this has had on him. right? In all the time I've known Luke, I've heard him cry once. I'm sorry, Luke. I've heard him cry once, okay? And that was when his cousin sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago from cancer, all right? That man was broken yesterday. And anybody that's a friend of Luke, right, can back it up. He never slept last night. To be accused of being racist is one of the most damaging things that you can be accused of being, amongst other things. It's a serious accusation to throw out there. Let me tell you now, that, what she did, is a hate campaign. That is a hate campaign, and shame on anybody that commented on that post and agreed with that narrative, that dangerous narrative that she tried to spin on Luke. That is dangerous. And there's things that's happened as well that I'm not going to talk about because he doesn't want me to talk about, but I think you can read between the lines of when you're accused of being racist, right? You can imagine the hate that you get with it, okay? So, Laura, you're very dangerous, and what you've done is absolutely disgusting, because I can categorically tell you now that that man is not racist. My son is mixed race, right? But you know, when Luke left, my son said, oh, he's such a lovely guy, Mum. He's such a lovely guy. How you can pin that on Luke because Luke didn't like something and just take that word and twist it the way you've twisted it is so dangerous. This is so dangerous. This woman is a danger. And when Luke, if Luke comes on today, I want you to go in there and show him as much love as you can, because he's one of the fucking nicest guys you'll ever meet in your life. Dangerous, dangerous woman. And what makes you even more dangerous is you've got a whole community of people that back this shit, that believe what you say. Zoe, racism at its finest. No misunderstanding here. I heard you loud and clear, Luke. Laura, this is ridiculous. How can you call someone racist in the terms of country dialect with a multicultural status? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut this one. Let the receipt slap the glasses off his face. Do you, this a positive comment, do you not understand English grammar? That's literally how you speak instead of repeating someone's name over and over again. I'd say these dutty jankros won't do to save animals' lives. You're completely different. You care for the animals more than you care for yourself. Definitely heard it. Can't stand when they do that. These comments are disgusting. Absolutely. All these people that are backing you on that, it's insane. And what you're doing here is inciting hate. You're inciting a hate train. You know that what he said wasn't used in a racist way. You know that. Because you're falling off and you're not doing so well on the leaderboard. You ain't got so many people in it. Well, I don't know because I don't watch your lives. You're starting a hate campaign. Not against Luke, but other people as well. So we're going to carry on with this. What else is going on? When I got shared this, right? Well, thank you, Miss T, darling. When I got shared this, I was absolutely gobsmacked. So let's talk about this. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm fuming. The fact that I had to listen to him yesterday so broken, it's disgusting. Absolutely. And he won't be happy with me telling you that, but I'm going to keep it real. So, this is a petition. Mods, can you turn the comments off just for a second, please? Just so I can show this without the words. Mods, can you turn the comments off, please, guys? Thank you. Right, just... right, Jay, turn the comments off, please. Because the mods, that's it. The mods are turning them off. And right, so this is a petition. Dear TikTok support team, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to bring to your attention a matter of great concern regarding the prevalence of abuse and racist comments on your platform. Despite the policies and guidelines in place, it has come to my attention, along with many other users, that no declusive action is being taken against offending creators. May I suggest the following user accounts, including any sub-accounts, are monitored and necessary action is taken against them. DG Dector, Evil Queen, G Crew, Dave Duran, Speedo Shy, Zach the Brat, Luke the Judge, right? These users are spreading hate and creating racist content which must be addressed immediately. The hatred and racist remarks noted above relate are directed to the user account Swearing Shepherdess, right? Sign this petition. What a load of bollocks, right? Okay. Right, so if this isn't a personal vendetta against the creators that she doesn't like, that she's had beef with, right, if this isn't a personal vendetta and it genuinely is against racism, a concern for racism, there's a few names missing off this list, right? Where's CLA's name? Where is CLA's name on this list? Where is Mods, can we have the comments back on? Where is Gemzino's name on this list? Right? Because we all know, we all heard the racist remarks which CLA said, right? All right? We all heard it. We all heard the word used multiple times. Where is Laura? Where is CLA's name in that list? If you're so concerned with all this racism, right, you're standing for this, where is CLA's name? Where is Gemzino's names? Because Gemzino was racially abusive twice yesterday. Where are these names? Oh, they're not there, love, because you're friends with CLA. You've done battles with her, bearing in mind after what she said. After what she said, and she was derogatory, used derogatory words towards the black community, probably the worst words that you can use. Where's the name? Oh, that's right, because you're friends with her. You haven't got a personal vendetta against CLA. However, you have a personal vendetta against DG. You have a personal vendetta against Zach the Brat, Evil Queen, Speedo, right? G Crew. This is a hate campaign. This is to incite hate on creators that she has fallen out with. And what she's using is the racism cards. Right? Because you know, I call racism out on this app. I've done it many, many times. I wouldn't stand by it, right? Where are the names of two of the biggest, they use the worst words on TikTok. Let's do a poll. Who believes that this is a hate campaign, right, against said creators? Happy face, yes. Sad face, no. Vote fairly. You don't have to vote, you know, yes, because you're in my room. You're not going to get blocked. If you're seeing what I'm seeing, please be truthful. Dangerous, dangerous woman and people around her. Dangerous. This could impact them creators' lives. You know, TikTok is a lot of their livelihoods. They have massive communities. Just like people depend on me to come on in the morning because I help with mental health, or, you know, you love watching me. These people also have communities that depend on them. And she is quite happy to want to destroy these people just for a personal vendetta. And she's using racism. Dangerous, dangerous woman, and shame on you. I would have probably, you know, had I seen CLA's name on there, or, you know, you could have kind of like, whatever, right? But the fact that her name's not on there because you're a friend, nah, I need a Mayfair Blue after that. The poll speaks for itself. The poll speaks for itself. Personal vendetta. It doesn't matter if Laura did it. Laura's seen it. Laura's behind it. Do you think a petition like that is going to be put up and Laura's not going to have a clue about it? Come on now. Come on now. I'm not daft. We're not daft. Nobody puts a petition up like that and she doesn't know about it. Of course she fucking knows. Of course she knows. If she didn't know, it wouldn't have gone out. She got a little minions working for her. She's very dangerous and very vindictive. That woman is dangerous and vindictive. Absolutely disgusting. Right, guys, save me twos. No, I'm serious. Why upload the video of Luke if she doesn't know? Dangerous woman. Guys, I'm going to open the boxes for you now. We're still going to do some more FYP because I've got more to talk about. I want to hear your opinion on this. We're talking about Swearing Shepherdess, the dangerous woman that throws all these, trying to destroy people because she's got personal vendettas. If you're Team Laura, join the box, please. I want to hear from everybody. I want to hear from everybody. It doesn't have to be against, it can be for.
I'm only coming in for 2 seconds. I've just come off the phone from Luke and he's absolutely heartbroken.
I told you, Pearl.
But listen, this Swearing Shepherdess, I'm not being horrible. Who the fuck does she think she is? Because she's fell off the app. She's got no attention. She's not that bothered about the racist remarks because what CLA done and then a couple of weeks later she was on battling her. End of. So all she's doing is looking for clout, but she's fucking destroying somebody in the bargain.
Yeah, thank you, my darling.
I'm sorry I'm going to jump out. I've only come in to say that, but he's absolutely devastated.
Guys, I'm not saying this so you all feel sorry for him. Please believe me, Luke's been badly affected by this, and I'm not going to talk about threats and things like that because I've been asked not to, right? What he has been accused of, it's absolutely, put it this way, he doesn't even want to come back to TikTok. It's affected him that bad. Right, guys, let's speak to Em.
Morning.
Morning, Em.
See, I just think it speaks volumes. So the Speedo situation with Shep was unreal. She spent months going on about the way men treat women and how people get away with it. And then it goes quiet for a bit, and then she's in Diadro's box battles, which is interesting.
Of course.
And now we've got a situation where she's screaming racism, but she then goes in people's boxes like CLA, Gemzino. She'll speak to those people. So it's very clear to anyone that can't see it blatantly, obviously. She's only interested when it can be seen to affect her because it all has to be about her. She's a raving narcissist, like a lot of these nitty creators on this app. She's a raving narcissist, and if it's not about her, she's not interested. And that's why those names in that petition are only those names. Because the other ones, like CLA, Gemzino, she can't pin anything on them. She's got nothing to twist on them to make it directly affect her. And that's all she's interested in is herself. She doesn't care about those animals. She said on a live the other day, I'm pretty sure, if TikTok was to end for me or if I was to come off TikTok, I would be fine, but the animals wouldn't. So you would be financially fine without TikTok because you come first. Sod the animals. You're only interested in looking after the animals if someone else is paying for them. So she shows her true colours on a daily basis. And I think this is just another, if anyone was supporting Swearing Shepherdess, this should be a really eye-opening experience to make it blatantly obvious where her interests really lie. I think she's a disgusting human being.
Can I ask you a question, Em? Do you feel like what she's done where Luke is concerned and where the other creators that I've mentioned are concerned is a personal vendetta?
Of course it is.
Yeah,
and it's a personal vendetta because every single one of them has spoken out about her. There are people on this app that will see bad things happen and will just let it slide. And those are the people that, by staying silent, you stand in solidarity with the person that is committing or causing an issue. Every single one of those people on that list has spoken out about the awful things that Swearing Shepherdess has done, and that's why she has a problem with it.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
If it was purely because of racism, then, you know, and she was standing up for that, it was such an issue. Why is CLA's name not on there?
To be honest, if it was about a blanket issue with racism on the app, she wouldn't even be naming people. She'd be putting receipts in there. Here's some evidence of some examples that I'm talking about. And she'd be writing to TikTok specifically to say, you need to work on your guidelines and the policing of those guidelines. So everybody gets the same consequences for being racist or being seen to be racist, but she's not interested about the same happening for everybody. She's only interested in those people having consequences. She's trying to deplatform those specific creators because she has a personal problem with them, and it all comes from the fact that they've spoken out about her and she doesn't like it. She doesn't have control of that situation when somebody else is controlling the narrative, and she doesn't like it.
Yeah, guys, I'm seeing the comments. It's saying it's only men. EQ's on the list as well. All right, so it is women as well. It's purely people that she has beef with, that people that have spoken out about her, people that don't like her. So it's men and women, specifically people that have problems with that or she's had problems with, and she's obviously trying to spin racism on them. It's a personal vendetta, a hate train, and it's to incite hate. Okay.
And I think for her to bring up people's parenting as well is a really interesting perspective for her to take, considering we know about her parenting style. And I just think people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And that's exactly what she's done. So if she thought it was bad before when people were speaking out about her, all she's done is stoke the fire. I don't know. I just can't understand what makes her think in her delusion that she has the right to be talking about the things that she is. It just doesn't make sense to me.
You know what, Em, right? Obviously, we can't, we shouldn't suffer for the crimes, of what our children have done, However, what we shouldn't be doing is bringing other creators' children.
Exactly. That's the issue. That's the issue.
We shouldn't be using creators' children against them. I heard what she was implying about DG's. He's an amazing dad. And she can just piss off.
Yeah, I think as soon as you bring people's children into it, it just proves that you don't have a genuine argument. There's no genuine argument there. You're just having an issue to have an issue. And it proves that she doesn't want anything positive to come from this. She just wants to cause people pain. And that's why she's throwing the racism card about. And that's why she's going for people's children, because she's doing things that she knows will hurt them. That's exactly what she's doing. She doesn't want TikTok's rules to change. She doesn't want things to be better. She doesn't want to improve policies. She doesn't want to raise awareness. She just wants to hurt people. She's toxic, she's venomous, and she's not the type of creator that belongs on this app.
Absolutely. Thank you, darling. Guys, I'm aware that we've got Team Shep in the comments. Please don't mute them or anything like that. Let them be in here and support her, please. Thank you, darling. Hi, Tammy.
Hiya. She's absolutely full of it. I watched when CLA said what she did. That was racist. What she said was absolutely disgusting. I watched then the next day, Shepherdess jumped straight on it saying, how dare she say this? How dare she say that? Then CLA said sorry. Then she's back in the box asking for an apology. And then she's okay with her. I watch Luke all the time. He is one of the nicest blokes I've ever come across. He don't know me from Adam. I've messaged him a couple of times and he's got straight back to me. He's a lovely, lovely, lovely man. And how dare she jumps on every opportunity she can to drag somebody else down.
That was just that. What she done and what she's posted is a fucking massive reach. And I bet she's got a fucking whiplash for life off that reach. Shit, I'm telling you.
She's vile. She is literally the most vilest person. I could never sit and watch her. She's so vile. When I see she was okay with CLA, like you've just said, if she's okay with CLA and she's not on the list, then it's definitely 100% a vendetta, a hate. That's all it is. She's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Like Gemzino, she should be on there. What she said yesterday on I dare say, about EQ, calling her Andrew, she's vile as well. They're all vile.
Well, Gemzino was racist twice yesterday.
Exactly.
She said she was derogatory towards AJ. I watched that. And then she was derogatory towards a white woman and called them Milky Bar. Do you know what I mean?
100% do that.
Why is Gemzino not on this list? Why are people not on this list that she's friends with if she's so concerned about it all? Thank you, Tammy, my darling.
You're welcome. Anyway, Team Luke, all the way.
Yeah, thank you, love. Hi, Shannon.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
All right, so I've got a question. You saw the video. It says at first, I can't stand when she says that. Been in Blacklock. And then he changed it at the end today. It says in the caption.
Yeah.
Spamming it in the comments. So that's what it's saying. That's
yeah. So they, like I've already said, they is a pronoun, they, them, right? So they, I went to the shop, I put my milk down on the counter, they were so rude.
But that's meaning they, why are they saying blood clot?
No. We're not talking about that. Please don't bring that into it. We're talking about the fact that she's pulled out the word they. Specifically they.
Yeah, but there's no issue with Laura saying blood clot.
I didn't say there was an issue. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Laura trying to pin the word they as racist on an innocent man.
Well, when you see the whole video, he said she at first.
Live. It doesn't matter whether she was saying she, whether he said she. They is still a term used for one person, a term that we all use all the time. They were so rude.
He said she at first.
Look, you're not going to convince me any other way, Shannon. It's a massive reach, but thank you very much. Okay.
And the letter, it was something to do with Laura.
You are?
It was nothing to do with Laura.
Of course it wasn't. So
the reasons why the creators are on there, because they constantly bully Laura.
No.
They do.
No, she gives as good as she gets, love. The DG only popped in there the other day to say, hey, beautiful, you know, and then she went on a rant about his parenting.
But I did a few months ago, Evil Queen.
None of them have reported my life. I'm a black man. I've done nothing to Laura.
Evil Queen,
told her to
go rub mud over her face. Oh, that's not racist, is it?
But we're not talking about that, darling. We're talking about Luke specifically now.
Oh, well. End of the day.
We're talking about a man that could potentially have been destroyed by being accused of being a racist by using the word they. Black Pope, Miss Black Pope, did you feel?
Fucking hell.
Mrs. Red, I'm upset with her. I cannot believe how she turned against me yesterday, and she said that I'm with you guys because I'm backing up you lot for being racist. So she's basically saying that I enable racism. Every one of you know how bad I disagree with racism on here. Every single one of you see me go against all these people on here. And she turned around and she said that because I'm good friends with G Crew, that I'm with G Crew. Yeah, I am with G Crew because he's a nice guy. And when I was down, he came and helped me when I was mentally ill. You didn't come and help me, Miss Swearing Shepherd. You left me to deal with it. So how am I supposed to feel as a black person? You slandered me off. And I'm absolutely upset with her. I can't believe it. She needs to come off this app and get it sort of read out because that's bang out of order. How could she turn around and blame me for being racist? I'm a black man. Makes sense. She needs to. I'm gonna have to get off because I've got to go back to work. But she's bang out of order. That's what I've got to say.
Okay, thank you, Black Pope, darling. Amanda? Hi, Amanda.
Hi. Right. It just hearing all of this has made me really angry. Playing the race card, it really does piss me off. Saying the word they, I mean, I say that about everyone. It doesn't matter what race they are. It's like she wants to cause separation or arguments or wars between races by throwing the racist card around. Does she not want to be treated the same as everybody else? Because that's the impression I'm getting from that. It's just, there's nothing wrong with Luke. He hasn't done anything wrong. I don't think he's said anything wrong. And I think he should stay on TikTok. Otherwise, he's going to give her what she wants.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, it's completely wrong. Something needs to be done about her. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Amanda, my darling. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, how's Beth?
Morning, Miss Reg.
Morning, darling.
I just wanted to say, I mean, Shannon just came in there as well going, well, he started using she and then changed to they. And I'm like, that's not even an argument. You know, everyone does that in their normal day-to-day things. I can say, oh, she was standing there and they were so rude. I don't get how they're having this argument, and poor DG being brought into it as well, and everyone else. It is just a vendetta against the people that she doesn't like. And of course, she knows that this petition is going nationwide, whatever. She knows that that's got to be done. So there's no way that she can hide from that. If she's stitching videos or she's putting videos on her page, there's no way she doesn't know about that. And Team Shepherd just, a law unto themselves. She knows that they're going to go after anyone and everything that they can. So of course she knows.
Yeah. Thank you, Elspeth, my darling. Thank you for joining
No worries. Have a lovely day.
You too, darling. Right. Okay, Luke. So all this is because you said Team Speedo. Right. Okay.
Sounds like to me they're just grabbing at straws for anything for the most slight relevance because they're irrelevant.
This is what, do you know what? Do you know what it is, Cheryl, right? Obviously, you know, she had an amazing things going with the animal. I used to go in there and watch her myself, but I've just been seeing more and more toxic things from her, if I'm honest. So, like, this isn't a personal vendetta against her from me. I just see what I see. And what she's done is it's inciting hate purely because you don't like these people, because she never had a problem with Luke before he said Team Speedo. There was no problem there. And then all of a sudden now he's a racist because he used the word they.
Yeah, it's like how everyone wants to pick on the evil queen all the time.
Yeah. Obviously, because her and Shep have had a back and forth, you know, they don't get on, hence why evil queen's made the list. Personal vendetta.
Donna, Shannon just said they. She just referred to someone as they, so I'm
I heard that.
Yeah, it's double standards. Like,
really?
Yeah, she just said they. I don't really. I was just reading the comments, and she said they in a sentence of referring to somebody. So I don't know.
They were a bit too slow to hold up their own insignificant argument.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go, Shannon. You've just used they. Oh my God, you must be racist too.
I'm interested to hear what Miss Surtees got to say, though.
Hi, Miss Surtees. Sorry, everybody that's waited.
Why are you interested to hear what I've got to say?
Because I actually follow you, and I like seeing you in boxes.
Oh, okay. Pretty much, really. I'm not even going to lie. It's quite similar to what Shannon said. You lot are saying, you know, she's clutching at straws and, you know, it's something little. Or you wouldn't understand, and this is why the world is the way that it is.
I do understand, Miss Surtees. Just because I'm a white woman doesn't mean I don't understand. I've got mixed race children. I've had to live with racism, raising children. Just because you see a white woman, it doesn't mean that I haven't experienced racism too.
Don't talk to me. I haven't got an attitude. It's just obviously.
I have an attitude too.
No, I'm talking about the comments. So what I'm saying is that me personally. So I've watched that video, and Luke starts by referring to Laura as she. Okay, so why would you then change it to they? Who are they?
Surtees, can I ask what you mean by you lot?
You lot in the boxers and in the comments.
But that could be easily perceived as us white people, yeah?
Yeah.
No, because
also they is not.
No, because I'm talking to.
So again, it's very easy for your words to be switched up. I could now run a narrative and say, well, you must have meant us white people don't have a clue because you said you lot.
I'm talking to you lot that's in the box.
Yeah, but I'm saying with what Luke said about they, do you see how easy it is for me to just switch that up then?
If you look in my comments,
is not exclusive to any gender. You can say it to whoever you want.
On that post, I had there was a person that said things are easy to be perceived. 100% correct. I can take that in one way. All of misread, Sherilyn, Chester, Miss J, can all sit and perceive that in a different way. Oh, Luke's such a nice person. This has really affected Luke in this way.
how do you know how that would affect somebody like myself that's come across that video and has seen that?
No, I get
The
that, but
first
like
thing
you've
that I
just
have
said,
said,
you've just
the
said you
first,
lot, and that could be perceived as you're being now
I'm
derogatory
on a
towards
live.
us.
I'm on a live talking to various different people.
I know,
Miss
but you've
Red,
still come out with the
Sherilyn,
word
Rain.
you lot.
Because I'm talking to
Yeah,
numerous
but that's
people.
it's just the other way
I'm
around,
not
then,
on
isn't
a
it?
live. I'm not on a live. And you know, like I said, he has said already she. Okay, so
Right.
he's referring to she as Laura.
Okay, but you
He
just said to
wasn't.
me,
He
why are
didn't speak.
you interested in what I've got to say? And then you said, oh, you lot. So
Because
again, that
there's
could
other
be
people.
perceived
Because
very,
there's other
very
people.
differently.
Because
I
there's other
mean, she's not
people.
addressing Senate. It's a TikTok live. It's not that serious.
The reason I said you lot is because, like I said, if I was on a live myself and it was just me and I was speaking to wanting to address Miss Red, I will say I hate it when Miss Red does that, or I hate it when she does that if I'm talking about a specific person, you know. But I'm in a box where there's 3, 6, 7 other people, 8 people.
But do you understand how it can like be you know?
It can be it can, and this is what I said. Like I said, if you look on the thing, I have said people can, you know, perceive things in different ways. Nobody can't
Y'all
say
just love the
that
drama. You're not even arguing about anything real now.
it's not drama. I'm not a drama person, believe it or not. I don't look
All
for
of you.
drama, but I'm going to
Drama.
stand. I'm going to
This is
all of you.
neighbours.
See, there you go. All of you. All of who? All of who?
But Miss 30, you've just done the same
Wait,
thing.
hold on a second.
When you said you lot, I would have. Do you know? Actually, I'm going to take a stance now. I'm going to see it as that you meant it to. Sorry, Lise. Now I'm going to take it that you meant us white lot because we're on a racial conversation. I'm now going to take that as you meant you lot as in white people.
Again, you can perceive it as the way that you want to perceive it.
Then that's the same way
I'm
with
not
Luke.
going, but I'm not telling you that you can't take it as that way and that you're wrong for taking it in that way. I'm telling you that I've taken that video of what Lucas said in that way. No one can't tell me that I'm wrong. I can't tell you that you're
But I
wrong.
think you need to get yourself a grip.
Maybe lose the victim mentality then. Listen,
Thank you,
Luke called me
Gracie.
yesterday. Lose the victim mentality. Luke called me yesterday. This is
What
why I wanted to
victim?
talk so
It's
bad.
not. This is the thing. When people stand up
Listen,
and they
Luke
talk for
didn't mean
themselves,
it in that
all
way.
of a
So you are
sudden we're
victimising yourself.
victims.
Luke
We're
did
not
mean it in
victims.
that
We
way.
have the right to feel
You're
how I
not
feel.
a victim. So stop making yourself one.
Yeah, you just said you lot.
Listen, Luke called me
Guys, please
yesterday.
everybody calm down. Let Miss Siri.
Anything that I said, where did I say that I was a victim? I said I feel the way that I feel, as well as Laura will feel the way that she feels. Nobody can't tell me or tell anybody how to feel in a situation. Just like you lot are saying to me, oh, you've just said you lot.
He didn't mean it in that way. You can't consistently attack him. He didn't mean it in that way.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
But listen,
You don't know
this
that,
is why
and
I'm
nobody can't tell anybody how
this is why I'm in the box. Oh my god.
Miss 30.
If you let me tell you how I know that,
Great.
then I will
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that I'm acting a
Miss
victim
30.
when I'm not.
Miss
Just
30.
because somebody is passionate about something, that doesn't make them a victim. And
Miss
that
30.
is what is wrong with the world today. When anybody speaks out, all of a
Listen,
sudden,
look,
you're
it's
a victim,
okay
or
to
you're
be
playing
passionate.
victim.
We're not saying don't be passionate. It's fine to be passionate, right? So I can ask you this question. Do you know that petition that's been put out? How do you feel about CLA's name not being on there?
I'm the one who sent that over to Luke, Donna.
You what?
Are you talking to me in regards to the petition?
Yeah. How do you feel that CLA's name's not on there or Gemzina?
I didn't see the petition. I've only known about the petition since sitting in your live and seeing the what that you've brought it up on the live. I haven't seen it. That's the first time that I have seen it. But I have also saw that people have said that Laura didn't do that petition.
But Laura knows about the petition. A petition like that.
Again,
Please don't shout at me. I'm listening to you. Please listen to me, please. Laura knows about that petition. There's no way she doesn't know about it, because her team chef ain't just going to do something off the bat like that, right? How do you feel? Do you feel that the fact that CLA's name's not on there, or Gemzino, that it is a hate train?
I don't feel that it's a hate train at all, no, because I feel passionate about. Obviously, I don't have a problem with the people that are mentioned in the petition, but I don't feel that it's a hate train. Again, because somebody speaks out, it's a hate train, it's a problem, they're a victim. No. People are allowed to speak out. People are allowed to have different views on things.
People
the
are
same
allowed
way that
to
you lot have got views.
People are allowed to destroy people's lives because they don't get on, they feel like, they can target these specific people with racism. But one of the biggest known racists on TikTok isn't mentioned on that list because Laura is friends with them.
Look, I don't feel that Laura is friends with anybody on the app, to be fair. Laura will have a specific people, but I wouldn't go as far to say that she is friends with CLA. Let's not forget, when CLA and EQ was, when those two were bum buddies, that they sat there all week when Laura was on the rankings, talking about that her son's at M and her son did this and her son done that. Do you really think that somebody is then going to be okay and be friends, in inverted commas, with this person? Yeah, they may be on a life together, they may, battle, but I wouldn't go as far to say that they're friends. Friends is a strong word to me. Friends is a strong word.
Please, I've been waiting for a while. Can I put in a second? If you're that passionate about, Gracie, please 1 second. If you're that passionate about people being racist towards you, you are not going to support anybody at all who's going to be supporting other people who's being racist towards them. Me personally, as someone of colour, can state I will not ever have any kind of correspondence, and I will never have anything to do with anything CLA does because of her.
That's you. That's
because of the racist remark.
That's you.
You are literally back. But sweetie, please, I'll let you speak. So let me speak. At the end of the day, right? I'm going to say as a full fact. What Luke was in regards to is how she was speaking patois. When she's speaking patois, do you understand? Patois is literally a dialect which is used by multiculturals. It's nothing to do with black people. So I don't know where, this is what's pissing me off, right? People in Jamaica, there is Asian people, there's white people, there's black people, everybody speaks patois. You are literally using, you are using somebody using a dialect and using that and then stating that they are racist. I'm not being funny. Luke is one of my best friends. Luke's a part of my family take him in as his own. One thing I'm not going to stand for. No, Miss Surty, I've let you speak. Now let me finish.
Miss Surty, quiet, please.
Luke's one of my best friends. Please. Luke's one of my best friends. My black side of the family, who all are born and bred in Jamaica, take him as his own. This is one person who is the most farthest from racist person I have ever met in my whole entire life. Right? This is somebody. Where I would say to him, let me help you, Luke. Let me help you, Luke. He was distraught, right? This gives me personally. I've got no English side in me whatsoever. I'm half Jamaican and I'm half Romani Gypsy. He's friends with people who are Asian. If you had any kind of racist bone in you whatsoever, you wouldn't even be mixing with these kind of people. You cannot accuse somebody of being racist over a fucking dialect. Literally, he comes when I have a conversation with him. He takes a piss out of me when I'm taking a piss out of trying to speak patois because we can't say it. It's actually disrespect. I find it extremely disrespectful for even Laura trying to speak patois because she's not even Jamaican. She wasn't even brought up with a Jamaican family. She's using that thinking because she thinks she's got the right to do so. It's extremely I find it extremely offensive. In fact, I went to message a lot of my family members and a lot of my cousins. I sent over the video, and he also sent over how she uses patois and how he dialects it. They have all stated that they find it extremely offensive. Just because you are brown and just because your ancestors have come from the Caribbean does not state that you can speak the way they are. It's disrespectful. Like me personally, I would never, ever go around my Jamaican family and go and speak in that kind of lingo because it's disrespectful. It's like
we're going off topic.
No, I'm speaking, please.
We're going off topic.
No, excuse me. I'm speaking. Please. Let me finish. And at the end of the day, right? You can't.
it's stupidness. This geezer has not done nothing wrong just because he went and stated, I hate it when they do that. He says, Alicia, why do you always put that on for? It's like with these little girls who are from, I don't know, South London, who've got a road accent. People go and target them because they've got this, oh, you're sounding black. No, you're not sounding black. You're just saying like where you've come from. If you come from that area, you sound like it. If you try and put on an accent, it's disrespectful and it's taking the piss. I personally feel like she's taking the piss. So you can't come for him for being racist when in fact she's the one who's being racist using a dialect which she just doesn't even understand. So from going forward, Miss Surtees, as I said to you when you went and commented on the reply, which I went and says, you don't know the situation. This dude is the most non-racist person you would ever meet in your whole entire life, and he is literally in a state. It was even come to me and went and says, Alicia, have I, like, he was contemplating and getting emotional, feeling that feels like he's ever come across in any way to me. And I said, Luke, no, I've had to reassure my friend that he has never come across in any kind of racist manner whatsoever. This woman, you need to understand this petition. Look at this, right? There's people mentioned in this petition specifically.
Miss Surtees, you will get a chance to respond after, darling.
Whoever highlighted who is in this petition, and one after another, people are not stupid. G Crew, Dave Durand, Speedo, and Zach, they was all technically victims of Laura, right? And then the ones who are above, they're all a very close group of friends. If anybody's going to accuse somebody, of something which is not true, of course your friends are going to stick up for you. She is using some next level victim mentality. Now, I used to appreciate her because it's very rare. There's a lot of female black creators on this app who do FYP and stuff like that. So I would say, like, yes, you go, girl, you do what you got to do, but that does not come and say because you are probably one of the only black people with a big platform, that you can go and use that against everybody else. And every time when something happens or somebody comments, that you can try and destroy their whole lives and destroy their whole mentality because you've got nothing better to do. I'm sorry. Again, this is coming from somebody who's mixed race themselves. Do you know what I mean? So you don't even go and even argue with me in terms of this. Because I can guarantee you're not going to win, and everything which I've stated is correct. Again, I'm going to go back to something else.
Darling, can we just... No, go on, darling, go on.
It's okay. So he was going on and having a go at her in terms of speaking Patois, and then she automatically insinuated that he was meaning black people. Please read this. Not that one.
Oh dear.
And that's the one which is classed. That's the one which people will find offensive with that one, okay? That's the one which is classed. That's the one which people will find offensive with that one, okay? So this is the second one.
Lish, darling, your microphone's all a squiff. Jump out and come back in, Lish. Miss Surtees, do you want to unmute?
Jump out and come back in, Lish. I feel like obviously it's just all gone off topic, talking about patois and this and that. It's not about that. Like I said, regardless of what anybody says to me, I have the right to feel how
it is about patois, because if you actually listen back to the video, darling, he went to say, I hate it when he goes and changes like that, insinuating how he was changing her accent. That's exactly how it was stated.
No, this is the thing. He says that he hates it when she talks in a certain way. Then went on to then say he hates it when they do this. So this is the overall situation in hand.
But at the same time, right, let me just use something that I would say. Go on, Gracie.
Listen, I'll drop after I say this because, Miss Surtees, what you've just touched on, this is the whole reason I got in the box. So Luke called me yesterday and he said, Grace, I was on, like, he was distraught. He was so upset. And he said, like, I can't believe that Laura has put this thing out about me. And I said, what happened? And he said, well, I said, I can't stand when they talk like that. And I've been called a racist. He said, Grace, but what I meant by it was when I say they talk, when I said they talk like that, I meant when Shepherdess does that voice and when CLA puts on that stupid voice and when people, she said it was absolutely nothing to do with people being of any culture or colour. It was nothing to do with that. That's the only reason I came in the box. He came in and explained that to me on the phone yesterday. He said it wasn't to do with that. He said, I can see how it can be perceived as such. He said, but you know I'd never say anything like that or mean it like that. But this is what I'm saying. You have to, we're all individuals, and you have to take into consideration the way people mean things. Do you know what I mean? The intent to offend wasn't there. So how can we attack somebody if the intent to offend wasn't there? And also, can we please take note that every single person that falls out with Shepherdess is called a fucking racist?
Exactly.
Can I just say something, guys? Right. So Miss Surtees is saying that first he said she, then he said they. So okay then. Oh my God! I've just had the postman come. He was so hot, but he's the way that he slammed, you know, the way that he slammed that down. That was so rude. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just like the way that we speak. He was hot, but they were so rude. They were so rude. He was hot, but they were so rude. Like.
Or you lot. The same thing.
You misread, and you, Gracie, Leash, Rain, Chester, you know, everybody, you're going to sit there and you're going to say, Luke is the nicest person, and I'm not disputing that. I have nothing against Luke. I don't know Luke personally, you know, but like I said, nobody has the right. I can't sit there and say that none of you guys have the right to be able to say, oh, well, you said you lot. I'm explaining how I meant you lot. You are going to perceive things in the way that you're going to perceive things. I'm not arguing. I'm not playing a victim. I'm explaining. And this is what is wrong with the world. This is what, let me speak.
Yes, let us speak.
And this is what is wrong with the world today. You know, when people open their mouth and stand for something, oh, you're playing victim, oh, you're this, oh, you're that. And it's like, you know, everybody has to keep quiet about something. But as I said, I am not going to sit here and try and convince anybody to feel any type of way about anything. I can speak on behalf of myself, and me seeing that video, I'm going to speak on how that made me feel.
Okay, you're allowed to.
And that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I have nothing against Luke. I'm sorry, you know, that he feels the way that he feels, or he's going through what he's going through. And as much as Miss Red, Gracie, Chester, Leash, Miss J, you will sit and say, Luke is the nicest person. He didn't mean it in that way. I'm sure that there's hundreds of people that there's hundreds of people that would sit and say, CLA isn't racist. She doesn't have a racist bone in her body, and she didn't mean it in that way. There's always going to be. Let me finish. The same way that I let you sit and speak for the last 10 hours. Let me finish. You're going to have somebody. There's always going to be somebody that is going to have a good character reference for somebody else. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. People don't like swearing Shepherdess for whatever reasons. I stand by what I stand by as a full black person, and me seeing what I saw, I felt some type of way about it.
So
and
basically you're saying
are you really going there?
that he's racist is what you're saying.
No, Jay. If he
that was a little bit racist.
Is the word racist come out of my mouth? Since I've been here, have I mentioned the word racist once?
Why
but that's what this is about, Sati.
Answer the question. Since I have been...
What did you mean by full black woman?
Since
what are you
I
trying
have
to say?
been...
Us Miss Race girls in the box, because we only have half black, we can't comment.
Again,
I am taking it as offensive.
Offensive.
See, again, you are taking that as offensive, but I'm explaining to you who I am. I'm explaining to you.
You're directing it at me and Leash and whoever else is mixed race in the box and saying, I'm taking offence by this because
That's fine. You can take offence by it. That is fine. You can take offence by it. Like I said, I'm explaining to you who I am. Because Leash, when Leash was talking, did Leash not say that she is mixed race? That nobody had an issue with. When Leash said that she was mixed race. No one said
anything. What does the world see us as, Miss Surtees? They see us as the same as you. We are people of colour. We have brown skin. So for you to then discredit us because what my mum's white, then you're coming at me saying, "Oh, I can't." That's why I don't find Luke offensive. Or
No,
that
did I say that? Did I say
not
don't
a full black woman?
You did, darling.
You literally just said that.
So
now your mouth.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words into my mouth. Like I said, when Leash was speaking, she mentioned that she is that she's mixed race. Did you not, Leash? Be honest. Did you not?
You was about to say the word.
What do you mean by what you said? Full black.
Wait. Answer this question.
Rain. Rain, she nearly said the word half. What was she? You know what she was about to say, don't you, Rain?
What?
Listen,
Rain, I'm not saying it. Rain, she said half. You know the word she was going to say against that, but she stopped herself.
Something. I know it's a bit off topic, but I'm sick and tired of having to prove my blackness to black people because they just think, oh, you speak too white, or you do this and that, or your dad didn't taught you patois, or this and that. No, I find it. What you said has truly triggered me, and it is so out of line. I'm just as valid as much as you. I've experienced racism as much as any other person.
Did I? Anything that I have said, have I discredited anybody?
Yes, you have. You was just about to say the whole.
Just one at a time, man. No one can hear.
When Leash was speaking, I just need to get this out and clear. When Leash was just speaking, she mentioned that she was mixed race. Did she not?
Yes.
So what is the issue with me then saying that I am full black? It's the same thing.
It's so simple.
You said you started with the word half, and you know what you was going to use straight after. Just to educate everybody using the live, there's 7.3 thousand people in here, right? There's a word which we basically, it's the worst thing which you could call us, which black people call us, because back in the day, there was not, when me and Raina were about the same age, most mixed race people, we were all in our late 20s, when our fathers, I'm being genuine, like going with percentage here, when our fathers used to go away with our mothers who was two different kinds of people. Black people used to refer to us as half caste, which is meaning that we are nothing but scum, and it's the worst thing which anybody could call us. And that's when I say she says half, and she had to stop herself. Everybody in the chat can see.
I didn't have to stop myself.
Okay, look, guys. So it's just
listen to Cockapoo, guys.
I'm going to interrupt you all. What that is just a perfect example of, and apologies, Leash, because you were brilliant at putting the point across. But what I'm going to say is that is a perfect example of how, when you're using words to describe a situation, you can get it out of context and you can basically razz shit up that quickly. And that is exactly what's happened. And basically, from Luke's perspective, what he did on that live was not racist. You can feel a certain way about it, but it was not racist. What's happened since then is a post has gone up on Shep's page to incite that whole debate and focus the flying monkeys across the whole of the app to basically go and target Luke and others, where there is a personal beef between creators. And please don't get my words out of context when I use flying monkeys. Everybody knows what it means, and all of Shep's people aren't people of colour, so I'm not using it in that context, and I feel sorry that I have to even fucking explain that, but in this day and age we have to. So the thing is, let's get back to the topic. Here's something that I find personally offensive. I find personally offensive that Shep called a fucking sheep Muhammad, because I've got Muslim family, right? So remember that back in the day. Now, Shep didn't do that on purpose, and she explained her situation, but did the rest of the app fucking come for her? No, they didn't.
right? But basically, she came along and she explained her situation and all the rest of it. What Shep is doing now is she is inciting hate against people who have got something to say about how she presents herself and shows up on the app. And it's a disgrace, and she needs to sort her shit out. And I don't really ever get this angry, folks. But I get this angry because it is affecting people. They're getting banned, there's shit comments going up. I understand that she's had a lot of hate, but have I ever heard her take any accountability for why? Never, not ever. And I used to be a big supporter of Shep. I used to be in there all the time, but I just can't deal with it anymore. So that's my point of view. And let's get back to the topic of why Shep is leading this sort of nasty campaign against individuals. And anyone who tells me that she's not involved in that letter, I call bullshit.
Bullshit.
There you have the voice of moving guys. There you have the voice of moving guys.
Can I just make a few points? I'm not going to talk about the previous topic. I'm going to talk about what we were speaking about. Basically, there's two things. The post was definitely a hate train because if anybody knows like Jamaican slang, patois, in the comments they're saying jankro, and if anybody knows what a jankro means,
yes, I do.
It's scum of the earth. It's the worst derogative thing you could ever call someone, really, is a jankro. So if it's not a hate train towards Luke, why are they using such disgusting terms? That to me doesn't make any sense.
Can I just quickly put out there, Miss Red, before this does get twisted and turned, because let's be honest, that's how it's going to be. Miss Surtee, is there anybody that you want in the box to come and support you? Or if there's anyone in the comments that want to come up and support Miss Surtee, then please say now and I'll get you in now, because let's be honest, it's going to be fucking twisted and turned like all of this already has.
Listen, I'll talk and I'll make it for someone. Just wanted to come in and explain that Luke had called me yesterday and just how upset he was about the whole situation and the way he explained it to me. I just wanted to put that across because he was extremely upset and he didn't mean it in the way that it's being made out. So I just wanted to come in and say that. But big love, everyone.
Thank you, Daisy, as well for doing that.
Thank you.
It's really good thing that you're doing that. So thank you, just on Luke's behalf, sweetheart.
No problem. I love Luke to bits, and I wouldn't be friends with somebody like I don't speak to like CLA, for example, for these exact reasons. Like when someone's done something that is so obvious and so meant, do you get what I mean? That is racism. Like
This is what I mean.
She knew what she was doing, but Luke has said something and it's been totally twisted and taken out of context, and it's completely unfair the way that it's like burdening him now. Do you know what I mean? And he's very upset. So I just wanted to come in and say that.
And Gracie, look how angry we were as white people when CLA said the N-word, yeah?
Oh,
we
furious.
were fucking hell. We were all fucking furious.
Yeah,
So
furious.
This is madness,
And this is the thing, is what she said, obviously the dreaded fucking word that nobody should be using, it is so blatant, there's no mistake in it. Yeah, Shep still spoke to her after that with no fucking issue whatsoever. But Luke said something that was
Guys, can
totally
I just
twisted and
quickly
turned and
finish my
taken out of
point?
context, and he's the worst person on the planet. Right, I'm going to go. See you later, everybody.
Can I just quickly finish what I was going to say? Sorry.
Darling.
Let me just get Top Girl in. I've seen that she wants to come in and support Miss Surtee, and it's only fair.
Yeah, can I just quickly say something, because I've got to go, sorry. Basically, if you're looking for racism, you'll find racism, basically. But when Luke said they, what does somebody mean in they? Do they mean they as in black people, they as in Jamaicans, they as in women, they as in, it could be anything, they as in who? Do you know what I mean? It wasn't specific. So I don't want to be lumped in with swearing Shep. I'm not going to lie. And that's insulting that people are saying that it's racism and I'm a part of it just because I'm brown. I should find it offensive. It's not offensive at all. He hasn't done anything wrong. Literally, he's been gaslit to the max for no reason. She's twisted and manipulated manipulated a word to fit a narrative that fits her to be nasty to him for no reason. And I just think people need to not jump on things like this, because this is where the toxicity lives and breathes and festers, and people need to see it is what it is. And I just want to say, like, in the comments, a lot of the people that were Team Shep were white people. So if there's not a lot of like people of colour, black people, brown people that are commenting that they're taking offence to it, then you got to kind of think, is it actually offensive? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think people need to stop. Hold on. I just think people need to stop jumping on a hate train, because this woman, even when she jumped on a live with Tyrone, she twisted his words, and Tyrone is like the nicest person ever, and said that, oh yeah, you're talking about my weight or something like this, when he didn't even say anything like that. But that's how twisted she is. So people need to wake up and smell, you know, the toxicity at the end of the day. It's not healthy and it's not right. You know, at the end of the day, Luke is the victim in all of this. And people just need to get over it. It's so ridiculous, this social media toxicity, to bring someone down so much. For what? What does she gain from this? What? Clout? But it's not healthy. It's not right to bring someone else down to being broken and questioning who they are. It's crazy. Luke is not racist. Simple as.
Do you not think that people have their own minds? Like, when I got up,
I definitely think people have their own minds, right? But I want to say something to you quickly.
You're saying for them, you're saying obviously for people to bring somebody down so much. What Laura has done is put a video up, okay?
Exactly, and she's clipped it at the perfect time to spin a narrative to make out someone is racist. That's it.
People then have their own minds to be able to interpret it or take it as what they want. So you're blaming all this on Laura, saying Luke is the victim.
Because Laura's the one that put it out there. But nobody else in Luke's live took offence until Laura clipped it and spun a narrative.
But Laura hasn't messaged me. She hasn't messaged Tom, Dick or Harry to say, can you go and watch this video?
Yeah, but you're seeing it.
Can you comment on it and feel this type of way? She's put that video up, and people have the right and will feel whatever they want to feel about that video.
Miss Sally, I want to ask you something, right? Because I've just got a message from somebody. So, like it has been already mentioned, she did name, was it the sheep Mohammed? Yeah?
But, of course it's
no, hang on a minute. No, please, hang on. No, it was only until she asked Rambo, is that offensive? Because I don't see it as it is. He said it's actually extremely offensive, and I would advise you to change the name. She changed the name to Rambo. Well, then, when she'd fell out with Rambo, she then changed it back to Mohammed. Now, please, do you find that offensive, or is it because it's not your culture, you don't find it offensive?
Again, like I said, anybody has the right to feel how you feel. I can't say that you can't take that as offensive, whether or not you're, Muslim, Asian, whatever. You can still take that as offensive. Anybody can take anything as offensive. Rain said, oh, there was loads of white people, and they are even saying whatever.
You just said they. Do you see how quickly this can be perceived? But I'm not going to run with this narrative that I'm offended that you said you lot. I'm not going to do it because I'm not pathetic. I'm not someone that's going to hang on to things like that, because I know that you're not being racist towards me. I know you're not picking out me because I'm white, yeah? But I'm not. So, but for Laura, please tell me, do you think she actually gives a shit that it could have been a racist comment, or do you think that she's just got a fucking vendetta against these creators? Was it actually because she gives a shit, or is it because she just wants to bring all of these creators down because she's fell off? It's as simple as that.
Okay, let me answer your question. So you're talking about Laura as a specific person, okay? So you've said Laura's name. Like I said, Laura hasn't messaged people and said, can anybody go and comment on this video? Can you feel this type of way about this, or this? So there's over 100 comments on the post of people feeling however they feel. So, like I said, I don't have anything against Speedo, G-Crew, Luke. I don't have anything against any of these people. However, I still feel some type of way in regards to what was said.
And let me just say, I think it is okay to feel a certain way because we don't walk in your shoes. I'm white. I don't walk in your shoes. I don't suffer the racism that you suffer on a day-to-day basis. So I 100% would agree that it's okay to feel a certain way. But I want to pick up on a second point, and the second point is Laura didn't message anyone. Laura doesn't have to. She's got a big platform. She just has to say what she says, and that's what she's done. And then she's put the post up, and I've seen her from time to time. I know she's changed her name, so I didn't realise that frankly she was still around, honestly, and that's not a dig, but all she has to do is talk about it. And I've seen what she says, and I've seen how she talks about it. I've seen the use of the patois language that she uses and who she's aiming that patois language at. I mean, I don't want to be called a bloody rag, right? But she aims that quite a lot at people who aren't of colour, and therefore that is racist in its use and how she's using it. I don't turn around to my friends and call them bloody Tampax, right? So I don't expect to hear that being said against white people as a nasty comment, but she does it, right? So I just don't buy into, we're talking about Laura, I think it's okay for any person of colour to feel a certain way about it. The topic here is, did Luke have the intention behind that has basically generated this narrative? And the answer is overwhelmingly no.
Yeah. Did CLA have, when CLA did what she did CLA have that intent?
Yes, because I called CLA
Yes, of course you did.
Racism.
Go on. See, everybody's going to now jump on this and say yes.
Can I have a word? Because I've been chatting here quietly.
Nobody in here is, team CLA. And yeah,
I'm not team anyone on this, right? Where racism's concerned, there should be no fucking teams, right? Because we all know the impact and the damage it has. You don't know my background, you don't know my family makeup.
In the chat, everybody's saying Team Luke. So,
He's a white person because we know him as a person, Miss Say, not because he's white.
No, not for 1 second have I said anything about anybody being white. Believe it or not, my baby father
has people called CLA out. Nobody's had the same energy. I called her out. And in fact, Laura should be in the box. She's incited all this hate. Why doesn't she get in the box? Because I know for a fact she'll be watching. So let her get in the box and explain then, instead of everybody going on for 3 hours over something what she's put out intentionally.
Right, can I say something now?
Can I Miss T speak, because she's been sat here for ages? Miss T.
Hi, Miss T.
Hello everyone. Personally, from my point of view, I wouldn't say Luke is racist. I didn't take it offensive. I didn't at all. I always watch Luke. I always see him to be a person that gets along with everybody, regardless of culture, race, whatever you are. You know what I mean? So to say that, you may see it differently, but I didn't take it offensive at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. And I've only just seen it today. So, yeah. But no, Team Luke all the way, man. Sending you love, Luke.
Miss T, do you feel like it's a massive reach and to incite hate?
Listen, there's a pattern. For me, I think it's a pattern from Speedo to G Crew. There is a pattern. There's a consistent pattern. There's no denying it. She's got a vendetta against them both, or... You know what I mean? And she doesn't want to see no one win. So that's that. That's my opinion.
Exactly. Why didn't she have the same thing for CLA when she jumped in the same for, I don't know if she goes on with Gems, when they've both been racist but called out for it? So why doesn't she have the same? And they weren't mentioned on that list. It's just people who she's got a vendetta against, and things that she said against these people that can destroy their life.
Yeah, man.
That's why she should be in here, because she will be watching and come in and explain herself then. She battled CLA, and that was a few weeks after CLA had said what she done. And people saying in the comments, I battled CLA, but I did. But she apologised for what she'd said before I did battle her.
Yeah.
I don't get how she's got energy on post. You should have the same energy to come in the box and speak your truth if it's so much affecting you. You don't just sit and be hiding behind shadows for what? If you believe in what you're saying, come.
what CLA had said as well, just to add that into the mix. So it's
CLA was blatant. She didn't care. She consistently does it, and she doesn't care about what she does. So with that, I took that personally offensive. But with Luke, not a chance. Can't ask me twice. And I'm Jamaican, you know, parents and everything. I didn't take that offensive.
Thank you, Miss T, my darling. Thank you. Top girl, if you want to... Yeah?
Yeah, I've just come in, like, I feel like everyone was just going on at Miss 30. She has, like, I feel like the same way as Cockapoo's saying, people are allowed to feel the way they feel. And because Luke's a big creator on here, and if he has offended people, maybe he should just say sorry to the people he has offended, intentionally or unintentionally. Do you know what I mean? Like, because if somebody said that to me, like, my daughter is half Jamaican, but she doesn't speak patois. I don't like it when Shepherdess speaks patois because she hasn't been brought up around her Jamaican family, same as my daughter. She's only got her dad. Do you know what I mean? So people are allowed to feel the way they feel, but I don't feel like everyone should go on at Miss 30 because she feels a certain way.
Yeah. Top girl, can I just say, personally myself, I feel like Luke has got nothing to apologise for. I feel like that word has been used to manipulate and spin a hate train in the narrative because Luke said Team Speedo. So why should he have to apologise for something that he hasn't done? It's the narrative that
But like I said, if he's done it intentionally or unintentionally, if I hurt somebody in that way, I would say, okay, I'm so sorry if I didn't mean it, but you know, if you're hurt, I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't say things to hurt people intentionally, and if we've done it unintentionally, I'm sorry for it.
But do you know when you say sorry, it's an admittance to guilt.
Do you know what, Red? Me and you never fall out on this shit, so hopefully we're not going to. But I actually recognise and respect the fact that what Top Girl said, and I've had this conversation with another creator where they did something that personally hurt somebody, and I could see that they were hurt. There was no intention. There was no meanness meant by it. It was done in a jokey way, but it had a personal impact. And basically, you know, they apologised. The apology wasn't received. The person knows who I'm talking about. They're listening in. The apology wasn't received, and that's okay to not accept the apology. But I do think, and we all know Luke, he absolutely had no intent. The context that's being described around what happened and how that post has been edited, it just isn't there. It's a massive flex. But if Luke thinks that he has, you know, hurt someone because he doesn't walk in their shoes and it's been taken a certain way, he would say, listen, this wasn't my intention. I'm devastated that it's being used and twisted in this way.
I respect that. I do respect that.
Freddie, are you going to apologise now for saying about they, or like they in the box, all of yous in the box? So
yes,
do you feel you done anything
like
wrong
listen, I've got a big mouth, right? And if I say something to somebody who I've hurt, I would say sorry. I'm not like, it doesn't make you big or small to say sorry to somebody.
No, you
really
Top Girl, the lady beside you. When she come in and said like about all the people that was in the boxes. So do you feel like you've got the needs to apologise? No, you don't, because you don't think you said anything wrong.
No, but if I offended somebody, and if everybody's saying to me that I've offended you, I do apologise.
Well, everybody did say
I'm big enough to apologise if I hurt somebody's feelings, because that is not my intention. And again, it's all about the intention. You know, Luke probably didn't have the intention, just as I didn't have the intention to insult anybody that was in the box by saying full black. You know, Leash said she was, you know, mixed race. I said full black. I don't see an issue with that. But again, I can stand up and say, I apologise if I have, you know, if I've insulted anybody. That's not an issue for me at all. But like I said, I will still stand on. If I feel a certain way, nobody can't take that away from me or tell me that I am wrong for feeling any type of way. And it's just that.
Well, listen, say not to offend anybody. He literally said the word. He literally said the word "they." He doesn't have to apologise because who would he offend with the word "they"? Nobody.
EQ, I can't even take you
Can I
serious, so I can't
talk?
respond to you.
One minute,
shut up, silly cow.
Evil Queen, there's no point coming in here insulting people.
Excuse me, love. I just got jumped on by Miss Certy for having my opinion, saying that Luke
How did I jump on you? I
Luke
just said I
didn't mean to offend anybody in any way by saying the word "they." He used the words we use every day of the week. So why should he apologise for offending anybody? He's not offending anybody.
You're childish.
Why should he have to apologise for offending anybody?
Look. We'd got to a certain point in the conversation, and I think that it would be wrong now to go back.
And calling people silly cows.
You are a silly cow.
Yeah,
for what? See, exactly. It's true.
I'm sorry, am I being racist because you're black?
Insulting people. Listen, let's not do this because this was getting to a good place.
Can I talk?
Hello. Barbara speak and Monty because I've been.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Hello, Miss Red. Hello, everyone.
Hello, darling.
I'm sorry if you don't understand perfectly my English because, of course, I'm no English. I'm Portuguese, so sometimes I mess up a bit on my words. So I do understand both points of Miss Certy because it's very hard for us because we are dealing with racism every single day, like Cockapoo said. She understands us because she's not on our shoes. She's a white person, but she knows the black people, they struggle every single day. But at the same time, I know that I'm going to upset a lot of people, but you cannot use the race card on everything. Please don't use the race card on everything. And I'm explaining why. First of all, she had a beef with Luke a long time ago because she didn't like when Luke was talking about her on the FYP news. She had the issue with Luke. She didn't like Luke, whatever. So she used a minimum of opportunity to twist on Luke. I was seeing the live yesterday and I didn't saw nothing wrong. And trust me, if I saw something wrong, I'll feel offended because I'm a black person. How come you're trying to insult one of us? But I didn't saw nothing wrong. This is the proof that people on TikTok are expecting for a minimum to destroy your life. Exactly what happened to Luke. And that is impossible. Someone do a petition saying, "Oh, I need to take this person, that person down on TikTok" without you knowing. How come you're gonna just do a random petition? I don't know who did the petition. It's my fans. Blah 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 blah. You know. She tried with Speedo, and people stand by Speedo was a massive issue. Okay. Because we are like, okay, maybe Speedy did it, maybe he did not, but let's not touch the subject and let them sort it out outside the app. Because I don't understand why she brought in the app in the first place if it's something so serious. And then I don't believe that no one here had the right to judge, "Oh, you're a bad parent because of this, you're a bad parent because of that," or blah, 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 blah. My mother raised everyone in the same way, but it doesn't mean that because I don't do any bad things, my brother did, is my mother is a bad mother. No.
Yeah, I agree.
The parents don't have any right to judge no one. You don't have no rights to do nothing about parent. You need to close your lips and leave people alone. Don't bring people's family on the app. You are the one who's giving the face on the app. Just stay you on the app. Don't bring people, just family on the app. I think this is ridiculous. And then, of course, I stand by Luke. Because I didn't saw nothing wrong. And why? Someone needs to explain me why there is just these specific people on the petition. Why? Why they just some names on the petition? Why not the other people's name? Because there are people that have beef with her. Jamesino, I just don't like that woman since the day that she mistreated Tara. Tara is young. She just called Tara fat. She called Tara whatever. Okay,
Exactly,
she went
and that's why the people's on that list. It's because who she's got beef with. And it's like me, I'm Team Speedo all the way. I'm Team Luke all the way. But because she's had beef, she's sat and waited for one little word and then bang, it's out there. And that's what she's doing, clinging on to any little thing she can because she's fell off the app.
This is so wrong, so wrong. I again, I'm gonna say again, people don't get twisted. I understand Miss 30 because he's a black person, and we are being attacked every single day. Is attack. You can see my name. I have a white person name. My nationality is Portuguese, but of course, when I go to a job interview, people look at me. Oh, you're Portuguese, but your name. I get this every single day, but please don't use the race card on everything. Just be mindful on the words that we are using, because a lot of people fight for us black people be where we are. So let's just argue for things that actually make sense. No people that being vindictive on this app just because I don't like you, just because you spoke about me on the FYP. Like, for example, there's things that I don't agree with Miss Red, but things that I agree with Miss Red, because there is a lot of people, they do some crazy things out there. And I was like, if you don't want to be spoke about, why do you did this live? You know, it doesn't make any sense. For me, I'm so sorry, Miss Red, if I'm gonna insult you. I feel like a gossiper, like a Wendy Williams. You're like a gossiper. You talk about everyone, and people are here. That's why you have like more. You have like 6K here. I didn't saw nothing wrong. I didn't see nothing wrong about what you're saying or what the other or Luke was saying and or Evil Queen is saying. The issue is like some creators, when you talk good about them, they're your best friends. Soon as you call them out and say you're doing something wrong, you're the worst person ever.
That's
because
true.
it's very hard. It's very easy. You have like 5 people watching your life, and people like you. Yes, you're doing right. And another person do another life. You say, well, hold on. This, but why did this happen? Why did this happen? That's why there's a lot of clash on TikTok. People like to brainwash people and don't let them think.
That's exactly right. That's what's going on with Swearing Shepherdess. She's trying to brainwash people. Thank you, Barbara, my darling. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I was nervous. Let me leave and make my lunch. Bye-bye, guys. Bye, Pearl.
You did amazing. Thank you, Barbara.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, basically, I agreed with, is it Cockapoo and Miss 30, but everyone perceives things differently and everyone takes things in their own different way, if you get my drift. And sorry, I'm quite nervous because...
Don't be nervous, you'll be...
Yeah, but I would never call myself full black. I have to say that. I'm black, not full black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never use that termination. And I just wanted to go back in the day. People used to use the word half caste. My friend is mixed race, like my best friend, and she used to call herself half caste. But now, obviously, it's politically incorrect to call someone of mixed race half caste.
Yeah.
And it's not a very nice word anyway, I don't think. But I just wanted to say that. And I just wanted to like get in the box because I thought that Miss 30, like everyone was going at her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Monty, darling.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm really nervous. But yeah, I'm going to drop down now. But yeah. And I follow Luke the Judge and I don't think he said anything wrong.
Thank you, Monty.
Okay. All right. Can you kick me out the box, please?
I love. Oh, bless her. Right, guys, if you want to unmute because we're running out of time. Zach, darling.
Could I have my sip? Oh, sorry. It's a joke. I really want to say something and I keep getting shouted over. I've not been given a chance. I've joined the box and Miss 30 or Top Boy, whichever one, said, oh, fuck off, Evil Queen, basically. I can't even take you seriously. And I shut up. I was told to shut up. So I'm not allowed to have my point of view. So Luke is a friend of mine. And why should he even apologise if he's caused offence to anyone for saying the word they? He didn't offend anybody. Swearing Shepherdess is reaching, and that's all I wanted to say before I was screamed down. Thank you, Miss
I agree. Screamed that, darling.
You evil queen, so stop lying, and no one swore at you either. I simply said to you, I can't take you serious, and then you started turning around and being offensive and calling me a clown.
That's my opinion.
So let's get it correctly.
You wanted me not to have an opinion, and I want my opinion.
I didn't swear at you. I said
You've took up all the air in the room all morning, and you've had a lot to say. You've took up every inch of room with your big fat face in this box all morning.
always turn it into a
See,
slut.
why? See, she's just
You know?
rude. She's just rude. It's absolutely
I'm
disgusting.
saying.
And everybody
Just shut
sits
up.
here
And you
like
were
it's
rude telling
okay.
me to
She's
shut up.
disrespectful
You
and
were
she's rude.
rude
I
telling
want
me
Can
to
I
shut
speak,
up.
please? 'Cause if you're running out of time, because I just want to actually put, because you're all on the wrong page. So the video that Luke was talking about, Laura's deflecting from that video. She did a whole live, basically. That video was based on me. She did a whole live slagging me off, calling me all sorts of names, talking about my children, talking about my house. All of it, it was disgusting. And the people that saw that live will agree with me that it was vile. And the fact that it's out there now, she's deflecting because she doesn't want people to actually see what she is and how she is. She's horrible. And that live was based on her believing that I sent screenshots to DG and I didn't. I can 100% guarantee that I didn't. So it was all based on a lie, and she switched on me like that. And honestly, I was a mod for her for a year. Supported her for 2 years, and the way she switched on me so quick really, really changed my opinion of her. And she wants to know why when people leave and they don't like her, it's because she switches like that so quick. She's got no loyalty, and she's actually a vile, vile person.
Okay, darling. All right. I just want to hear.
Thank you for letting me have my say.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
We can stay there if you want, love, because we've got no more time for so everyone just talk. Zach?
Yeah, I just think this is a typical Laura, poisonous as she gets and spinning the narrative. Like it, I used one of her sounds on my soundboard because that's what she's known for saying when she goes on a rant, is just to take the piss, just like CLA says booyaka and all of that. And she tried to put me in the category and tried to put that on as me being racist, which is far from it. Like, and people that know me, people have watched me a long time. Do you know what I mean? I'm a massive, huge ally. Like, I wouldn't put up with that shit. And then I just find she picks and chooses when she's offended. Do I think she's offended? No, I don't. I think she's deflecting, and she's trying to gain something that she lost for her own toxic behaviour, you know. And do I think she's bothered? No, she ain't bothered. She's not bothered in the slightest. She just wants to. It's that bully pack mentality, and I've had the most toxic response. Her team, I've had the worst hate from out of the whole of TikTok, like homophobia, like stuff said about my mum who's not with me anymore. And then we'll rewind back to the day at TikTok head office. I ignored the woman for the whole day. Yeah, what did she do? She jumped straight in a taxi and starts mouthing off. She is the definition of toxic. She literally is. And it's as well when she's trying to explain why either racism or even tries to explain Black history, she can't do it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So she's ignorant in that sense as well. She has to ring up a family member to explain it. So she's not that passionate, and she doesn't give a fuck. She's just doing it to spin a narrative and try and get it in her favour, and it's backfired massively.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. People like DK calling them a bad parent. So, like, has she offended him by that? Is she going to say sorry for that? He's hurt over that. So, like, when she calls everybody, so is she going to
be a bad parent and
for hers?
Yeah. Hi, Paige.
Sorry, all I wanted to say is, one thing I wanted to say is, I get you all creators. I'm not on no one's side. You know me, I couldn't give a shit personally. But I need a lot of people to take their personal experience out of it. So, for instance, the app is toxic itself. I've been on both platforms, yeah. I've been on Zach's platform and Swan Shepherdess's. You both come at each other. I went on your platform the other day, Zach. You had her picture with Sophie Sings His Baby next because she was matching it, which I'm sure no one asked for permission for, and you was all slagging each other off. It's fine. It's TikTok. It's toxic, and it's a joke. What I don't like is everyone's saying about this race card. Whether Laura's using it or not.
What's Sophie's baby got to do with it, though?
Because my point is, in a toxic environment, Sophie just not getting any drama type thing, and her platform might not want that to be added into that, I'm saying. So if we're going to say people are doing this and people are doing that, the whole app's toxic. You both do it against each other, I'm saying. I don't care who does what. That's my thing.
But I'm allowed the right to respond, I don't just do
Yeah,
it for a
exactly.
reason.
So is she when you're going...
Zach,
I'm not going back and forth with you, mate. I just want to say my one statement, then I'm dropping. Because my thing was you both go back and forth with each other. That's my point, yeah? So in terms of when I get why people think she's using it as a race card, I'm saying, because of the toxic environment that it's been brought up in. Thank you, baby. But my issue is there's no such thing as a race card. So you see when she might be using it or certain things... Hold on, guys, 1 second.
I kind of think I know where Paige is going
to go. Do you know what? It's because I'm babysitting 8 kids as well right now, guys.
Oh, bless your heart.
But stay there, baby, leave that. So yeah, my thing was take everyone's personal experience out of the equation. The whole race card thing and stuff like this. Like, when you do the little tag things like, the blood clot thing, I know you're not racist, okay? I know that, I've spoken to you. But you see what it enables when you've also got a big platform? I've gone into the comments of Laura, and people that aren't you, that are level-minded, that people that aren't other people, are now using, silly little blood clot. All these black people use a blood clot. I've made my own video on it. And then, for instance, the Luke thing, I've spoke to Luke on the phone. I know Luke's not racist, and that was not the terminology that he meant it in. But you see, when you slip and say certain things, or I was saying this to Luke, I was like, it's more of the fact that other people now allow themselves to go off the back of it and start using the them terminology, etc., etc. There's a new video going around, I've just seen, of DG, where he's constantly for 4 minutes going, pon this, pon that, pon this. I need you to have the same worry and decorum, okay, around black people's culture and language that you do around any other community on the app. Because you do not
but why is Laura even allowed to do a whole live slagging
I'm not talking about you,
that.
I'm talking about the comments.
It's not right.
Because you are a creator. Sorry, Lindy, I'm going to drop in a minute because I don't know what your issue was, etc. I'm talking about when you say certain things. I'm talking, when I need people, I'm talking about the people that watch the creators, because you guys aren't be able in the comments to back what you're saying with any kind of justification, because you're not on live. So when the people in the comments are now running around going them and pon this, pon that, and blood clot, and it's all white people, it's offensive, and that is subtle racism. You're not saying it in that attempt. You can make a joke, but how do you know that every single person in that comment now?
Maybe the content that they're using it in.
Yeah, they can't explain that because they're in the comments. So when a black person comes across that, like me, and all I'm seeing is hundreds of white people going, pon this and blood clot that, and you black people this and them, using that terminology, that's when it starts to get techie, and it starts to make personal situations between two creators. It does bring the race card involved in it then. Because that's when we start to sit there and think, hold on a minute, not only that, you've now enabled all basically different racists to come into the comments and carry on. I've had a conversation with Luke on the phone. He understood where I was coming from in my point of view. Like, I said to him, I don't think you're racist at all, and clips can be, changed and blah, 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 and all of this stuff. I completely understand that. But my issue was, it's the terminology people are using. You see, when it comes to the LGBTQ community and all these other communities on TikTok, people are so careful with their words. All I'm saying is, I need you not to have that same decorum and respect towards black people, and watch the tones and the certain things that you are saying, because it's not fair. We know that there's been loads of, and this is what I mean. As soon as I come in and I'll say something, it's yawns. I've not sat here and cussed off one creator or said one bad thing. All I'm saying to you is, in terms of racism, I'm trying to explain why people like that follow Laura will get upset and annoyed.
Paige, do you think the same thing about when her team sort of saying them sort of words as well?
Yeah, massively. But do you know what? I can't say nothing to both of them.
Yeah, they
both
repeat
come at
what
each other
she
though.
says.
Luke's different. The Luke situation, because I've not seen Luke constantly 24/7 go back and forth type thing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So in this situation where a clip's been edited, then that's a completely different situation to make up someone's race or whatever, how people feel. I spoke to Luke on the phone. What I'm trying to say to you is, when it comes to other people, like when it's like DG and Laura and Zach, and all of you guys go constantly at each other, I'm not saying any attack is okay. I'm just saying, when you're all going at each other, can we please just be mindful of that? You're both representing communities as well. So when you, Zach, you're mad influential and you know that. So when you're using that blood clot button, it makes me, this is why I had to stop watching your thing so much, because it made me twinge, because all in your comments, you're not realising it, maybe you're not, all of your comments are just mad endorsing certain situations.
But can I just say something, Paige, baby? I agree with what you're saying, love, and I've got a lot of love and respect for you, right? But they're only, it's just a soundboard. So you got CLA, Roots, Eva Queen, Liar, Zach, Listen. So when Laura's saying blood clot and pond them and all that, that's Laura's.
I get Laura's saying. I completely understand what you're saying, but it's not something like Roots. It's not a tag that's been made up, and it's not a liar universal word. Culture. This is actual Jamaican dialect that you're using, and I'd understand what you're saying, Miss Red, if everyone praised her for saying it, but because Laura's English, and as Zach said, she doesn't know that much history, which you should never shun a black or white person for, because everyone is learning on a race journey, by the way. Because it's an actual dialect, I'm saying. If she was using it in a terminology and everyone was like, yeah, that's cool, that's funny, then fair enough. But she's constantly getting slagged off for it and berated for it. And it only seems to be words like blood clot and stuff. I'm not sticking up for Laura's person, that's what I'm trying to say to everyone. I don't care. I respect many creators on this app. That's not my problem.
Do you know, as a white person, if someone's calling me Jankra, I'm going to mock it and go, what the hell's Jankra? And then it's going to be screen recorded, do you know what I mean? So it's coming from here initially to make us question what these things are in the first place. So we're looking bad saying these words, not understanding.
Fair enough, but that's not the word. That's not the word.
Because when DG was going Ponzi app.
You know what blood clot and pond means. You heard black people talk. Many of you heard black people and Jamaican people talk. I'm telling you now, it's when you're mocking dialect, you're okay, words like that, Evil Queen, cool. If you don't understand an actual word, that's not a common word that people say in the UK. Cool. Of course you can say that. What are you calling me? Blah, blah, blah. But you know what pond means. Everyone knows what blood clot means and bumper clot. You know what it means. And regardless, it's not down to white people to discuss what black person's black enough to say it. That's my point. That was my only thing. So whether people like it or not, it can be seen.
Paige, because she's such a big creator and she's all over TikTok, you know, she's an influencer, right? She's using these words and then people are using these words because she uses these words. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, and the people that are saying these words don't realise that it would be offensive to the black community.
No, I get that on a mass scale. This is why people think it's using the race card. What I'm trying to say is, Miss Red, I can clock very, very, very easily the ones that are using it to take the piss.
Yeah, but then
it's very clear.
That some people can say it, but other people can't. Like, as long as they're on her team, then they can. It's very selective.
No, anyone can say it. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
What I'm saying is, she referred to. I mean, the comments will have to confirm it, but to a white person as a Milky Bar.
Yeah, so if that was a discussion then, I'd be saying exactly the same. Everyone knows that I go both ways. Like, I defend equality regardless. It's equality regardless. That's my point. I'm not talking about, when I'm trying to explain this, what I'm trying to say. When I'm trying to explain about Laura, if you watch my video, I even said I'm not running to the girls' defence like Team Laura,
No, you're very fair.
That's my point. So if this was the main topic of discussion about her coming in saying Milky Bar, I'd come in and say exactly the same thing. If she's using that on a daily basis, if she was calling Zach Milky Bar kid every single day, I'd say straight, if we want equality, we can't then turn around and do the same thing back.
Exactly. Paige, baby, do you know what she's posted about Luke, right? Because obviously this is how this all started, where she's specifically picked out the word they. Do you believe that that was intended to start a hate campaign?
What, against the clip?
Do you know the clip on
that she's posted? Yeah. So the thing is, I don't know if it's because, like I said, a personal thing between
from the actual video,
the actual creators. But when it all came out, because I remember talking about it, and I was like, I'm a bit disappointed in Luke when I first heard it. He then rang me and explained the whole situation. And I was like, that makes sense. Things do get clipped and edited on this app for hate campaigns. We know that, and for hate trails and stuff like that. And I don't think he's racist at all. I spoke to him. I really don't think it's racist. I think his platform is really fair. Where personal vendettas and stuff get involved into it now, maybe she did do it for hate campaign. I don't know Laura like that. I don't know her. But my thing is, I was only jumping up to get annoyed because it was the backlash and the deflection after that of people in these comments and stuff saying the things like the race card and blah, 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 blah. You see these kind of things just because Luke may have not been racist in that term, in that situation, which he's now clearly defending himself. There's 7k people in this room. I'm saying you lot as in the commenters, so relax, Paula, babe. Calm down, make a cuppa. There's 7k people in the room. Everyone's defending him. Do you know what I mean? So Luke's got a backing. He's good enough guy to get his backing, my point is. But when it comes to racism, we don't get this same sort of situation. Okay, and the same deflection, the same respect in terms of we don't have loads of big black creators to come and back. So even if Laura was in the right, my problem was, and it wasn't a situation that was personal, and there really was racism, my biggest issue is I do not think they would have this kind of creators and this platform for us to be able to do this. This is the thing.
I agree.
Frosty, you're not. I'm sure you're
again, it's what she does. She stirs up the pot. She riles up a massive amount of shite, and then where is she now? She starts all that. She drops nuclear bombs, and then she steps back and lets everyone else deal with it. It's like she's just toxic beyond belief. Yeah, and when it goes back to me using blood clot on the soundboard, you got white Jamaicans, you got Chinese Jamaicans, you got M.R. that's using patois in songs, in bashment songs. He's a white man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I hate it. It's cultural appropriation to the fullest, mate. When you're actually starting to make money and profiting off black culture and you're not black in any way and you're taking the piss, like that M.Dot, I can't stand it. Just because it's a joke. It's all good and fun, but to me, the thing is on this lifestyle as well, you know, not everyone has to take things so deep. If you're an activist for one thing, you don't have to be an activist for everything. So when it comes to racism and stuff like that, I will take it a lot deeper than maybe certain other people will. That's because I've studied it to a higher degree or I've been involved.
Well, we've had decent conversations about it in the past.
That's what I mean. So that's what I mean. In terms of how, like, I don't know her as a person. I'm not saying this person's right, this person's wrong. All I can say in terms of the Luke thing, I spoke to him on the phone. I believe that he meant that in a racist way. But no way. I don't think he meant it in a racist way whatsoever.
If she hadn't, put that video up, no one would have made an issue out of it. No one would have been offended. No one was offended until she was offended because she has that influence. You know, it wouldn't have been.
Yeah, I was not even that video though. When I heard about it, I was offended when I first heard this. What I mean, because I spoke to Luke about a couple weeks ago on the phone about this now, before she'd actually posted that recently. Because my issue is, like I said, it's what I was saying to Luke on the phone. It's not about, like, if he said it, obviously, which he didn't say it in that time. But, you know, like I'm saying, if you do say something, when you are a big creator, just be careful in how you're coming across. Because it's not you that's racist. It's not him that, you know, is racist. It's some people that watching you that you do not have a clue about that are now spamming pages with, like, subtle racism. Just because they're not saying the N-word. Like, we know what it's like. I know what it's like. And it's crazy. Even after doing my video, like the some of the comments and stuff that I've got was absolutely wild. But all I'm saying is, in terms of like the blood clot and the ponds and stuff like the DG Deckle video, it did really, really grind my teeth. If I turned around, painted my face white, started putting on a bloody vest, had a Stella in my hand and started calling myself a wife beater every day, and pretending to be a white girl on this app and using the stereotypes, people would have a massive, massive break, like meltdown. If I pretend to be anyone else in the community, or
do you not think that's an action to a reaction? Because she did come at him about his fatherhood. So, like you've just said, tit for tat. So, I can. He didn't paint.
No, I get that, pal. You know I get that, but you know what it is with me? I don't know, like I said, maybe I expect too much out of people in this situation. But clap back, though, about his parenthood and her parenthood. You don't have to do the pon. That's my thing. He can have, DG's got such a good like platform, and he can use his words, and he can do all of this. Do you know what I mean? So he can easily have come back for a 10 times the fold without saying pon 100 times and taking the piss.
Hey, do you know what I've now? So much respect.
He didn't mean offence for you. He was only just mimicking. You know, do you get what I'm saying?
Just like mimicking CLA or, you know.
Yeah.
But I think what Paige is trying to say is where we would just be like coming for Laura, in the comments there'll be like 20 people we wouldn't know were racist, and it would have negative.
No one's painted their face. I feel like we can't compare. I'm sorry, but I feel like that's...
No, not when I say paint my face, I mean I can't do anything to pretend to be white. I'm very much seen as black on the
I thought Stella Wife Beater Special was for everybody, every man.
I love a Stella, that's why it's in my name.
I love a Stella too, but that's exactly my point. That's why I'm trying to say stereotypes need to be wiped out. My thing was, I'm not saying anyone should or shouldn't do it. Like I said, I don't think Zach's racist. I don't think Luke's racist. I'm not once said that just because of these videos. I'm not like so pro-black that I'm absolutely like lost my head type thing. My thing was
very fair, Paige, you are.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I only came up with this one because I wanted everyone to go and read the comments, because what you need to understand is that there's other kids and there's other teenagers, creators, people that aren't like, you know, as loud or big as Laura, that can't sit there and read comments like me. And the comments aren't nice, mate. Like, it's not nice at all. So my thing is, if we all want it to be like the same sort of thing, then I just feel like, watch what we're saying in terms of terminology and stuff like that.
When are we going to hold her accountable?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. I'd like her to be held accountable for that live that she did, because there was actually 5, 6 of them ganging up on me, and I weren't even allowed to have my say. She blocked me.
Did she apologise for calling someone the Milky Bar?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm not Laura's like manager or mum. I don't know. I'm just saying. I can't make her come anywhere. Why was it even about Laura? Why was to say? I jumped up to say I don't think, number one, like, everyone knows what I talk about on this app, so I don't think Luke is racist because of the clip. I don't at all, and I've personally spoke to him, and I do think things get misconstrued, but I just couldn't handle in the comments all this race cards and blah, blah, blah. I get that people you think can use it to their advantage, and my point is, it's still there in the fact of the first place, so it's not helping when people are consistently going on. It's like giving her a reason almost. Like, if you don't want her to say anything about the race thing, then maybe just stop doing the pon when you're cussing her. Like, if you're going to come for parenting and stuff like that, then come for her parenting back type thing. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to constantly just bring that side of it into it.
What about twat?
Lovely. You know I love the swearing dialect. Well, I call it swearing dialect, Zach. Thank you very much.
Oh, Han, you haven't spoken yet. Sorry, Han.
Yeah, I haven't spoken yet. No, it's all right, darling. You know what it is, right? I think people are forgetting who this person is and the type of personality and facade that she puts on. She came on a platform, she was kind of given the narrative and built her platform of, I'm somebody who loves the animals, who wants to protect the animals. As soon as she met another creator on the app, used that to spin a situation and make herself look like the victim with no evidence behind her, right? She's now gone on and taken a clip that Luke, who I've spoken to and had so many conversations about, Luke has stood up for so many different issues on this app. Like, let's not forget that, right? she's now taken that clip and made it seem like something that it's not. What if she was a true, and I'm not even, people are going to hate me for saying this, but if she was a true influencer that stood there and said, you know what, I'm an activist, I'm somebody who's going to advocate for the black people, you would message Luke and say, Luke, by the way, what you said in that can have a connotation of a racial slur. She didn't do that. She made a video and she put it up on her platform to make it look like she was clout chasing. I'm sorry. It's her way, another way of Laura trying to latch onto another creator and run them down and tear them down. Exactly. Just like she did Speedo. Yeah. I'm sorry, I've been in race debates. I'm not a creator, I've never pressed live, but I've been in race debates where creators have gone head to head with me and then turn around and said, do you know what, we understand, thank you for educating us. We didn't know that that had a racial undertone. We didn't know that that could offend a black person. Saying they does have a connotation. It does suggest that you're singling us out. It does suggest that there's segregation between the white and black community. But did she go and message Luke or go to anybody that's friends with Luke and said, do you know what, I've seen that and I don't like it, it's distasteful? No. She made a video, she put it up on her platform, yet again trying to chase clout. She fell off, she had everyone come against her because of Speedo when she knew deep down that no one was going to support her in the first place. I'm so sorry. And now it's just her another way of basically giving herself a name on the platform.
Let's be honest, because Luke said Team Speedo.
Advocate of black people would not be doing that. I'm so sorry. If you are educated in racism and you want to stand up to the black community, don't go making a video and have 10 million people coming for Luke. I'm sorry. Luke might not even have the education or maybe lack the education for knowing what that meant. You know, he might have said it in a kind of throwaway comment. Do you know what I mean? And the whole point of racism for the white community is education. They need to be taught. Okay, let's not make ignorance a bliss in this app, because I'm sick and tired of seeing creators thinking that, okay, we've said it, but we didn't know. Okay, well then step up and teach that person. Don't make a video and make it seem like this person's racist and tear them down. Like, come on. I don't like the girl. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she's distasteful. She's not a good representative. But as soon as somebody talks about her son in prison and says, oh, but your son did this, your son did that, she's mad defensive.
Yeah.
But you're not going to talk about the racism that's in the criminal justice system. You're not going to sit there and talk about your son's case and say, do you know what? I don't agree with the way the court's dealt with my son's case because of this reason. No, she gets defensive. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like one rule for one and one rule for others. I don't agree. I'm sorry. No, I don't agree.
Just on that point, if a platform's big enough to raise awareness for a miscarriage of justice, why doesn't she do it if he's that innocent? Sorry.
Yeah.
She can't.
I mean, I'm not going to comment on innocence or guilt. But I just don't think that if you're somebody who's a black woman on this creator, and there's not a lot of us on this creators that are, you know, that on this app that are black creators that stick up for black people in the community, if she was truly deep down had the intention to stand up and be an advocate and say, I'm going to call out racism, you would message Luke. You would be like, do you know what, Luke? I didn't like that you said this, or at least go on live with him and educate him.
But you certainly won't do battles 24/7 with CLA.
Or you want to jump on Diadro's, and be doing battles there. And be doing battles there. Like, come on, girl. Like, who's going to take you seriously and who's going to think that you're credible? Like, let's not do that. Let's not pretend that she doesn't jump on Diadro's box battles and battles him and thinks that she's going to stand up and pretend that she's holier than thou. Let's not do that. Like, if you're really going to advocate for the black community, keep that same energy with everybody and come on the app and go on Luke and say, Luke, come request my box. I'm going to tell you why they has a racial connotation, why the black community might find that offensive, intention or no intention. Do you get it? And I'm sure Luke would actually take a stand and be like, do you know what? I'm sorry if I offended the black community. I did not mean it like that. And it won't happen again. There you go. Done. But she didn't. She did it for another way to change it out.
That happens to our kind of people too. To gypsies and travellers. How many times have they called they? So we could jump all over, but we don't take that as a racism thing.
Exactly. Let's not do that.
You need to understand as well, racism isn't just about being black and white. Racism is not just, it's racism.
Exactly. It's to erase 100%. 100%.
For example, he comes from the gypsy community, that is a race of people. Being Asian, that is a race of people. Being white is a race of people. Being black is a race of people. The racism doesn't just come into black and white. Like, I'm a pure advocate, not just black and white racism. I'm a pure advocate on
racism.
What I'm trying to say there is I could have took that as something they and said, who you're talking about.
You hit the nail on the head, my darling.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that was
absolutely
that word.
You know what I can't find?
It's just ridiculous. Sorry, TJ, go on.
That's right. Hannah, I agree with a lot what you say. The only point I can't agree with, and it's not just you in this, I can't see fully how the word they in the context of language is now being deemed as racism and how it's been twisted as that. I know that they, in the English language, in the legal sphere, in the criminal justice sphere, in English language writing, is used as a plural or a third person term. So the fact in what Luke said, he said she and all that sort of stuff, and then continued on to say they, relating to the first word of she. That happens across the board in all sorts of terms. This has now been twisted in terms of racism. This cannot happen. And I get people can feel how they want to feel, but we can't move away from the fact that using general English language now becomes, without context of racism, become racism. That is not, shouldn't be happening and shouldn't be allowed to happen. It's simply not acceptable. If you are talking about race generally, and you're referring to a group of people as they, in the context of your conversation, I get it. I understand that. But this was not in that context and cannot be twisted around to racism. It's simply not right to do that.
Thank you, PJ.
Right. I'm gonna try to respond and try to help you understand in a wider context, right? When I get it, in the English language, they doesn't have any racial connotation. I get that. Like that's, self-explanatory. But my point is, he was obviously talking. I haven't seen the video, by the way, so correct me if I'm wrong, please. I haven't seen the video. But he was obviously aiming it at Laura specifically. And whether or not, as whether you're black or white, Asian, doesn't matter who you are, using the term they to describe a group of people, like Pearl rightfully said, will have some sort of racial undertone. And I'll tell you why. Because it gives the kind of reminder in people's heads that there's some sort of segregation. If he would have said Laura or would have said she, absolutely, fair enough, that's fine. It's a personal, he's made it.
And he didn't do that.
Her.
He didn't do that. Just for clarity,
he didn't. He said they.
Yeah,
you've got to
wasn't talking about they as a group of people. Yeah, but Han, he wasn't talking. He wasn't talking about a group of people when he referred to they in terms of the context of being race. That's not what happened. And just have a look at the video in context. I'm mixed race, so I'm not talking about this. I've been in the legal sphere for a long time, so I'm not talking about this from a context of sort of non-knowledge. But if you look at the video, and I think once you see that, you'll see that it wasn't in the context of talking they and race. He was talking about they as people, and we can't now assume that because you're talking to a person of color or sexuality that now you can't use English language terminology that is not racist, that is used in the legal. You see what I mean? I'm not saying you're wrong in what you're saying, by the way.
No, I completely agree with you. Like, it can obviously, everything has context at the end of the day. Like, you have to look at the bigger picture. But what my kind of standpoint is, and as a black woman, we get it a lot, and so do other communities. It's society that constructed this they term as to be a racial undertone. I'll be real. It's the society that made it like that. So it gives off the kind of bad taste in your mouth to say, though, okay, is that group being segregated? Are they being singled out? Do you get it?
Is CLA black? Can I ask you that? Right. So that's what Luke was on about, was Laura and CLA.
Yeah, he referred to them as they, as in Laura, CLA, etc., etc., etc. It wasn't about colour or race.
I don't get this from the start. How can Luke be racist when he was also including the way CLA speaks there? So if CLA is not black, where is this all coming from? Like, do you get me?
Where Shepherdess took a word and completely twisted it. She's seen it, she's gone, got it.
And she's not black. So when he said about they, the way they speak, so where was that aiming?
As in creators, he meant.
Yeah, creators, as in
them as a creator.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it was okay, the doorman must be, he was so gorgeous, but he was so rude because My thought process has gone now.
But why has CLA been brought into it? Because as far as I'm concerned, he was talking about one person, and you could walk past someone in the street who's gossiping about you, and you could go, "Have you heard what they've just said about me?" It doesn't mean any racial slur, as everybody said. But I don't believe that he was talking about multiple people. I thought he was just talking about swearing shepherdess, and that's fine to say they.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Thank you, Chelsea. I had a brain fart.
I took it as CLA was in with that as well, and that's what I said. I would say about you and Miss Red. Like if I was talking about it and they said, that's how I would say it, but it's not being racist to you and it's not being racist to Miss Red.
Yeah, but he was only talking about her because it went.
Well, that's why I've asked to CLA Black because.
You know, so what happened was she said something and then he said something about she, and then the end bit was I hate the way they talk like that, just meaning them as a person, not they as in the colour of his skin and that. So that's why I took it.
You know, the last point I'll make.
Yeah, it's a CTJ. Yeah.
The last point I'll make is just this, and thanks for letting me up again for saying this, but. And this is to context that everyone can feel how they want to feel. But I personally feel that this was twisted so out of context that it actually minimizes real racism for both victims and dealing with people that are actually racist. And that's the problem we have with things like homophobia and all that. When people use other means and other reasons for using racism when it's not actually twisting it, it makes a mockery out of what people are trying to do and the campaigns people are trying to run in order to achieve non-racism in this country. So I'm going to drop with that, but thanks for letting me up.
Yeah, no, thank you, TJ. I completely agree. Like, that's exactly what I said earlier. Like, if she was a true advocate and she really stood behind us black women on this app that come in boxes and defend us and us as a race, right? She would have messaged Luke or got Luke in the box and said, do you know what, Luke, this is how I feel. Like you said, TJ, like everyone's entitled to feel how they want to feel and take it. You know, nobody, regardless of what race they are, should tell somebody what they find offensive or not. And race is a sensitive issue when it comes to this app. And it is something that's thrown about and something that's picked up and put down whenever creators feel like, you know, they want to pick it up and put it down. So we got to remember that if she was somebody who stood behind us and was an advocate and really wanted to, you know, teach people, education is the key through racism. I'm so sorry. Like, racism, when people are racist, it's down to them being ignorant. Like, come on, like, you live in a country and you've got black boys. Like, she's got black boys that are gone into the system. Talk about that. Talk about how the system is so messed up. Talk about how the criminal justice system doesn't favour us and doesn't stand up for us. Talk about that if you are an activist of black community. Don't come for somebody that has said something and twist it for your own gain, because I'm so sorry. I'm sick and tired of people on this app, creators, that take racism and make it a clout thing. It's not a clout thing.
Let's just be honest. Okay? She doesn't care about that. She's not bothered. I'll tell you what it is. She's pissed off because all of the creators have got together and they're all friends and she's left out. She feels like left out like a child. Not only that, people have gone, oh, all Luke said was Team Speedo or some shit, and she's got a bee in her bonnet and she's got pissed off. That's exactly what's happened. She can see everybody else succeeding on the app and she's fucking jealous, Han. That is as simple as that.
I mean, I don't like the girl. I mean, I know Speedo in real life. We've been friends way before this app. Like, I don't like the girl. I think that she's I'm sorry. Like, I wouldn't expect or want her to stand up and think and speak for me. Like, if as a black woman, I'm so sorry. You stand there and you say what you say that comes out of your mouth, and you go for creators based on what they said and then you come and lie and manipulate a video for your own gain. That's not you standing up for racism, darling. Like, come on. Do better. I'm so sorry. Do better. So sorry. Do better. She needs to do better. And
she put the words on repeat. She put the words on repeat.
Get her off this app, because have you seen her team and her comments, right? The team that she has and the mods that she has are disgusting when they come into other creators' comments. The way they go at her, it's disgusting. I'm so sorry. And I'm sorry, if you were somebody that was an advocate for racism and stood there and said, okay, right, black creators can't say this about the black community, half of your mods and your comments in your chat, half of the time when you're live, mimic her patois, by the way. Like, let's not say, and she don't point the finger at them and say, well, you can't say this about my culture.
It's
you
selective,
can't say this and educate them. It's selective. Like, it's selective outrage.
Very selective.
I'm sorry. Like, let's not do that. Come on.
It's only racism when she deems it to be, because obviously Do you know what I mean?
Look
So, like
within
you just
your
said,
own
they
team.
mimic it.
Yeah, they mimic it. They make it like, I'm sorry, a girl that named a fucking, sorry, mind my language, a girl that named a sheep Muhammad and then took it back because Rambo educated her on a live. I was watching that live and I know Rambo, that educated her and said, look, that's offensive. That's Islamophobic, bro. Like, you can't say that. Like, how dare you? Like, that, you know, Prophet Muhammad is a prophet to us. Like, you can't do that. And then she changed the name. As soon as they fell out, she's gone back and now called the sheep Muhammad.
And no one's
Is that
saying
somebody
anything,
who
Han.
stands
No
on
one
business?
said anything about it. So, but it's okay.
Right, let's
But
not do that.
she can pull up EQ, Zach, Dave Duran's, DG, and then she'll go as low as saying about their parenting. Hang on a minute. I thought this was about race. I thought it was about race.
Thank you. Like, Rambo sat there for a whole hour, educated her on exactly why that's offensive and why, as a Muslim community and Muslims, as Rambo is, took that as in an offensive way, right? And she was like, fair enough, I'm sorry, I stand, you know, I stand corrected, whatever. As soon as she fell out with Rambo, she's gone back and done that and changed the name back to Muhammad. And she's there screaming Muhammad on the live. I'm sorry, what? Stand on business, girl. Like, if you're going to sit there and, you know, say, I'm going to stand corrected and I'm sorry for doing this, don't go back and then do it. Same thing with Speedo. Like, let's not get started. I really don't like the girl, by the way.
People who she doesn't like. Wasn't she friends with Natasha for a long time? And then when they fell out, she's gone straight for a parenting. We could all jump on this app and say she's supposed to have a rescue farm, but she's profiting off it. She sells them on. So, but we don't do that.
We don't do that. It's like she's got this magic shield behind her.
Sorry,
Like,
darling, I'm going to have to close the live down in the next 10 minutes. I just want to hear from Prince, if that's okay, darling.
Jump down. So bye, everybody. Bye, my Donna. Bye, Zach. Everybody, bye. Love yous. Bye, my
Love you.
Bye.
Hi guys. I just wanted to quickly come up and say, do you know what I think is that, like, us as, like, in society and us as the world has come so far in terms of equality and racism, not only for blacks, but like things like, you know, LGBTQ and stuff. And I feel like when things are being nitpicked at to then try to relate it towards the topic, like racism, for example, saying it takes the whole topic and whole fight that people have done so unserious, and it makes people almost, it becomes like the real big serious things like black people in working places, things like all of the things like the vulgar language that was used, that is real genuine racial topics that people have fought for ages to stop. That's genuine racism and segregation. But when people are picking up like English language at things like that is clearly taken out of context, it makes the whole thing that people have fought for so unserious. And I think when people keep fighting for more and more and more, not just going like, we have done so well and we've come so far, it almost, that's the bit that annoys people, I think.
The dog agrees.
Yeah, I just feel like when we've come so far, it's always kind of, what can we do more instead of appreciating what we've done? What can we find now that offends someone? What can we find that offends the community? And just instead of going, wow, we've come so far as a world.
I get it. Thank you, Prince, darling. MT?
I just wanted to get in the box because I seen all these big creators. What a time to be alive.
Oh, look.
I love MT.
Can I be honest with you? I'm scared to fucking speak because I don't want to speak in case to get prosecutors or fucking cancelled. Do you know what I mean? So I think I'd just come in here for 5 minutes to say hello to everyone.
Oh, it gets that way, doesn't it? That sometimes you literally are too scared to speak.
I joined before and that woman went, oh, shut up, evil queen, can't even take you seriously. That's why I flipped, because I was like, hang on, you've took up all the air for all this time, and then I come in to say one thing and you're shutting me down.
Well, that's it. You went mad then, didn't you?
I did.
Don't tell our queenie to shut up.
I've gone through half a bag of chocolate eclairs, love.
Stress eating.
Fuck's sake, man.
Thanks, everyone.
I like your hair like that.
Carry this on. Who's carrying the live on?
Liar.
Guys. So hopefully after today we all know and we all love and support Luke, and we know that that swearing shepherdess one is just being vindictive and nasty basically after this whole debate. So if and when Luke does come live, which I'm sure he will because he knows he's got so much love, just go in there and support him, whether it be a tap, a heart, you know, just let him know that he's so loved, and justice for Luke.
Justice for Lukey. I'm still eating these toffee clothes.
Justice for Luke.
You didn't do that.
I wish he came in the box because I would have spoken to him. Oh, bless Luke. But he'll go live and we'll speak.
Luke, are you going to go live?
Yeah, can you go live, please?
3:30 today, Luke.
Right, guys. Who wants Luke to go live? Happy face, absolutely yes. Sad face, have a day off, mate.
Well, I'm both. I'm kind of like, have a day off because bless him, but then...
we need to.
It's a terrible morning, Annie. God love him.
So, you know what it is with Luke? Like, when I first discovered Luke, he was talking about like, protecting children. It was during the blackout thing. That man literally came on live for hours and hours and hours and had so many different mothers come in the box and talk about it. And honestly, he doesn't have a bad bone in his body. Like, bless him. More people need to be like him. And he's not afraid to talk up. Liar. More people need to talk about it. And he's not afraid to go up and talk about stuff like that. And let's not tear him down, man. Let's give credit.
Protecting. And also as well for the supporters that were named on that petition, Justice for Evil Queen, DG, Speedo, G Crew, Zach the Brat, who else
Dave
was on
Duran's, Luke the Judge.
Dave Duran, yeah. Saw Dave Duran's live this morning.
Justice for them two guys.
And I hope Luke doesn't apologise for even inadvertently, because he didn't mean any intention, because that's admitting guilt, and that'll stay on the internet forever, an admission of guilt when he wasn't guilty. So I don't think he should reapproach himself for any further on the matter.
Can I ask a genuine question? Is it easy to become a shepherd? Because I might become a shepherd, yeah, and I might change my name to Swearing Shepherd, and I might see if I can take over Swearing Shepherd as a spouse.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do it, you know.
I don't think anything nice about her, not one nice bone in her body, honestly.
Yeah, same.
I don't even really know who she is.
I don't see what people see in her. Like,
No,
I
I
actually
don't.
do not see it.
I don't. And
Right, love
I
you guys. I'm
understand.
going to go. Thank you for having me.
Bye, Han. Bye, darling.
I understand why DC Dector, you know what I mean? Because, like, obviously, like I was saying earlier on, when we're hearing words like Jankra and this, that, and the other, we're going to be like, what the hell's Jankra? And it's going to look like we're mocking, but we're not, because it's here who's putting it out and saying it and talking about DC Dector's kids and doing that. So he's going to react and be like, what the hell, Ponzi app and this, that, and the other. So, like, he's not even being offensive, you know what I mean? It's her, she's putting this out there. And it's breeding.
Yeah, exactly that. Oh, I just want to say as well, guys, thank you, Evil Queen. I just want to say I'm aware that yesterday I blocked loads of DG accounts. I blocked about 5. Guys, I thought they were troll accounts. I didn't realise it got everybody to change their account to DG, so I've unblocked you all, so I apologise.
It's a new little cult, Miss Reddy. One of them subscribed to me yesterday. He's got a little cult now with DC Dectors.
That's what I'm saying. I thought there was all troll accounts and I was blocking them yesterday. Oh, where's our cockapoo? She's back, darlings. Here she is, the voice of reason.
Hello, cockapoo. Sorry we had a disagreement again.
Did you block me?
No, I did not block you.
Oh, okay. Listen, I spoke to DG this morning and I said to him, what's going on with all of these DG accounts? I said, it's like a little cult. And he went, do you know what? He said, I was ready yesterday morning to try and get all the little DG club into Red's boxes so that she had a full box of, a full set of Red DGs in her box. He said, but she took too long yapping on about XYZ and I couldn't do it. And I said, well, you couldn't, you'd done it anyway because she thought it was a bunch of trolls. So she started dropping them.
I did. They got in the box. I dropped them. I thought, who's fucking unblocked that account? And then the next one come in. The next one was in the box. I was spun out to fuck.
Yeah, he roared laughing this morning. He's on his way to Birmingham or something. So we were just having a quick chat. But yeah, so I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
Cockapoo,
what?
Do you want to buy a sheep, a cow, a pig, a chicken? I'm selling them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a shepherd.
I only like 3-legged ones.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Sherilyn wants to speak with you, Miss Red.
Did you come in the box and tell us all about it?
Hello.
Hi, Sherilyn.
The last 24 hours, because I've made everybody say "Cry Baby Jay" and everyone got blocked.
Can someone let DG in the box if he's there? I can't.
I was booted before when I defended Evil Queen. When I was defending Evil Queen, I was booted by one of your mods.
Oh, did it tell you a name?
Nah, just said a mod.
I apologise, darling. Whoever did that, you're naughty. Yes. Don't forget Evil Queen's mod too, so she has the same powers.
I just want that particular mod to know they're on their last legs, because that's what happens when you cross an icon.
Do you remember Cheryl? She used to go live with the CLA misread it.
Yeah, I loved her. I loved her. I thought she was hilarious. Thank you, everybody.
I carved her up like she was Christmas dinner.
Just so you know, it wasn't me. I admit it when I make a mistake.
No, it wasn't me. I'd say it as well.
It wasn't me neither, just to throw it out there.
Is that a song? It
wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Shaggy.
Well, whoever it was, you want to hope I never find out, because trust me, I know black magic. I'll hex you into the next millennia.